Hey friends, let me know if you can hear my voice in the chat. Give me a thumbs up, give me some purple hearts or something. Let me know if you in this thing, baby. Look, we are on day 7 of this. Look, child, we done made it to the end of the marathon, okay? Because today is the marathon wrap-up party, okay? So if you made it all the way to today, congratulations to you, because it's party time, friends. Like I told you, we've been kikiing and we've been catching up on all these receipts over the past few days. If you haven't been catching up on the marathon on my channel, make sure that you start from part 1 of the marathon, which was last week, Monday, and catch up all the way to yesterday was the last day of the marathon. Yesterday, we wrapped up the marathon with day 6 of the marathon. Yesterday was the biggest kiki, but today we finna catch all the receipts that we've been catching, that we've been, paying attention to over the past few weeks. I know y'all thought I wasn't coming back today. Because I told y'all it might have been today and it might have been tomorrow, okay? I have to get some stuff together from my friends, so we can have a little bit of fun. I got some questions and stuff that I want y'all to answer. So we're going to get into some of the kikis. So I told y'all I wasn't playing when I said we're gonna have a party in this thing. We're going to have a party in this thing, okay? What is this? 7 days in a row. Okay, we've been doing great around here, okay? No complaints. We've been doing amazing. My friend Joycelyn Jones is in the building and says, "Hey, new friend, I appreciate you." Says, "I'm back. Friend, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you for coming and having fun with us. Because, child, it's been a mess, and I enjoy you for. I appreciate you for enjoying the fun. Because, like I said, the more y'all come in here and chit chat with me, the more fun we gonna have. Because I love to talk, as you can see, friend. So as long as you talk, I'm gonna talk back, my friend Joycelyn. Okay, my friend Jasmine is in the building with the purple hearts. I appreciate you, friend, and my friend Shonda Tay is in the building. Thank you so much for the purple hearts, friends. Okay, like I said, we've been having a kiki over this past few weeks. I done put together a few little slides for y'all because I have a few little questions. So if you have fun chiming in the chat, then hopefully you'll have fun interacting with these questions. These will be fun interactive questions that we have lined up for today as far as what we've been seeing over the marathon. I think I have about 5 or 6 questions that I want y'all to chime in on the chat. So like I said, feel free, if you're comfortable, make sure that you answering the questions in the chat, because baby, it's gonna get busy in here. Okay, like I said, be honest, because it's gonna be a good time. But today is gonna be. I know we've been talking about therapy and reality a lot, so today is gonna be kind of like a pregame for what therapy and reality is like. So it's gonna be interactive. You're gonna answer some questions. You're gonna chime in the chat, and then, like I said, this will kind of give you a heads up for kind of how we handle therapy and reality with the interactions and people chiming in the chat, answering the questions and stuff like that. So like I said, the more you chime in, the more interesting it'll be, the more fun and funny it'll be. So over the past few days, we've been watching Gina, Jyneen, we've been watching Glamazante, we've been watching Life of Lily, we've been watching Porchia, Nicole, we've been watching Chelsea, Janae, and Chow. We seen a little bit of we have been seeing a little bit of Clayton, but we know what's going on over there with Clayton, Chow. So at the end of the day, over the past few days, we've been kikiing about all the mess that's going on. We've been seeing who did what to who. We seeing who did what first. We seeing who told whose business. We seeing who ain't been a good friend and who's been a good friend. We've been seeing all the mess, okay, friends? So hopefully you guys have seen it, and hopefully you guys have been picking up what we've been putting down, because it's been laughs and it's been kikis. But at the end of the day, like I said, ain't nobody getting away with what they've been doing over here, because we've been seeing everybody and the shenanigans. We've been seeing all the people that have been trying to, throw rocks and hide their hands and then come on camera and act like ain't nothing been going on. So, like I said, today we're going to get into all of the mess, and we're going to keep it, 3 o'clock. So I got about an hour and a half before we got to get up out of here today, but we're going to still have a good time. My friend Wymisha is in the building. Wymisha Shelton, I appreciate you for being here, or Yamisha. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, friend. Thank you for being in here, and I appreciate you for chiming in the chat. So we're going to go ahead and get through. So as you see, the title of today's video is Marathon Wrap-Up Party. It's Throwback Marathon Party, receipts included. I told you guys yesterday, during the wrap-up, that after today, we're going to do therapy and reality with D, and I'm planning to do that on Friday. Hopefully I'll get my slides and stuff together, because, child, look, you see I was late today trying to do these damn slides. But at the end of the day, I'm going to try to do therapy and reality with D at the end of this week, and then I'm going to get a video together for y'all I should have a new video together for y'all by not next week, but the following week. Because, child, look, I ain't trying to rush it. But the more videos we get, the more marathons we can have. Okay, so at the end of the day, after this week, we're definitely going to try to get a video out. So today, and then we'll have therapy and reality with D on Friday. And then, like I said, we'll get a new video out coming for y'all soon. So without further ado, we're going to get into some of these slides and some of these questions. So if you're in here and if you replay gang and you didn't get to watch the live stream, still chime in and answer some of the questions in the comment section, because y'all, I definitely want to know y'all opinions. And I might throw a few little questions in between some of these questions, because I ain't feel like doing 1,000 slides. So I just did as many slides as I had time for, friends. Okay. And then, like I said, if I find any questions that just fall through in my head as we go, then I'll ask y'all those questions as well. Let me see. My friend, Hi, Yella is in the building, says, hey, friend, am I late? I finally confirmed Lily is back with B. Shaking my damn head. Woo. You know what? No, you're not late, friend. We just got in here. So thank you for coming in, and thank you for enjoying yourself with us today. And child, look, I done seen the video. I done seen the damn vlog from today. So I know her, and she's talking about my baby or my boo coming with me to Pilates. Child, look, this situation gonna go back and forth until ain't no more back and forth left. Okay, I don't know how much time these people have for the shenanigans, but this is what we're gonna talk about today, because we've been seeing a whole lot of back and forth over the time. So like I said, we're going to get into some of these slides, because I don't want to keep y'all in here forever today, friends, okay? But thank all y'all for being in here. And if you're having fun already, or you plan on having fun, make sure you hit the like button, child. So let me see today's first slide. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm doing the wrong thing, Hold on, friends. Okay, here we go. Let me press the right damn buttons, friends. Okay. Hopefully everything is popping up. So y'all let me know if y'all can see on your end if the visuals are popping up. Because look, child, I can barely get the visuals to pop up over here. So, like I said, thank you to my friend Hayela for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. So this is if you can see the next visual that's on the screen, it should say Therapy and Reality with D. This is kind of like the visual that, that's going to prepare us for next week. So this is just my invitation to y'all to invite all my friends to Therapy and Reality with D. Not next week, y'all, on Friday. So if you've never been to Therapy and Reality with D before, this is your invitation, friend. Don't miss it. Bring your wine, bring your weed, bring whatever you like to do. Bring your edibles, bring your friend, bring your man, bring whoever you want to bring, because we're going to have a good time. Like I say all the time, we have a good time. We get into some in-depth conversations. Therapy and Reality with D is not about the ladies. It's about us. So we talk all kinds of mess, okay? So have a good time. Be prepared. We'll be in there on Friday. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on Therapy and Reality with D. If you've never been in there before, the Therapy and Reality with D thumbnails are definitely different than the usual thumbnails, because I know you guys are used to the regular thumbnails with the ladies on there, but the Therapy and Reality thumbnails are different. So you'll be looking for this thumbnail. If you're in here and you can see what's up on the screen, let me know, because I can't see the screen. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I can't really see if it's showing what it's supposed to be showing or not. But yeah, so Therapy and Reality thumbnail will look like this. So if you're looking to come to Therapy and Reality, make sure that you're looking for this thumbnail. It'll still say, as you see, my Realty with D logo on there. So you shouldn't be too confused or too lost, but this will be what the logo will look like on Friday. I'll try to post it. Before Friday so that you guys can kind of see it in advance, and then hit the like button so that you'll know to join the live when it pops up on Friday. Hold on, y'all know I gotta let this man out, y'all. Give me 1 second, friends. Hold on, I'm gonna take y'all with me. So yeah, if you can see the visual, sorry y'all, I still don't know if y'all can see the visual, because ain't nobody telling me a damn thing. Okay, friends, chime in the chat and let me know if y'all can see the visuals that's on the screen. But like I said, it should be the Therapy and Reality with D thumbnail. Hold on, y'all, give me 1 second. Y'all know every time I get to talking, this man gonna get up and make me let him out the damn door, okay? So, Therapy and Reality with D, like I said before, we have some fun, funny conversations. It's about whatever topics I decide we're gonna talk about for today. It's usually about most of us are women, so we usually experience some of the same stuff. So a lot of it is, funny, stupid story times, the shit that I done been through. And then a lot of fun, interesting questions, interactive questions. Like I said, today we'll kind of give you guys a gist of how that works, so you guys can kind of understand how we get down over there at Therapy and Reality. So you'll have to answer A and B questions. You'll have to chime in the chat and say, your opinion on things sometimes, as far as questions that I ask. Sometimes it'll be videos that I play for you. And sometimes it'll be a hell of a story time. Okay. If you don't know nothing about D in a story time, friends, if you don't know nothing about D in a story time, it's going to be a story time for your ass. Okay. So be prepared, because I'm sure I'm going to come up with something. I'm sure I'm going to figure out. I got story times of the ass. They just got to come to me as they come to me, but we're going to definitely have a story time in there, and we'll have a good time. Let me see. Okay, so thank you to my friend Hayela, says 2 women. So yes, thank you for letting me know that you guys can see the visual. Let me see, my friend Yamisha says Therapy and Reality. Okay, thank y'all. Hold on, look, gotta let this man back in. Come on. So yes, hopefully, if you guys aren't busy, y'all got y'all invitation. I'll come and knock in and y'all show up on Friday and we're going to have a good time. Like I said, don't be afraid. Bring your drink, bring your weed, bring whatever you like to bring. Whatever is going to loosen you up and help you have a good time, bring your friends because that's what's going to help us enjoy ourselves. So thank y'all for letting me know that y'all can see it. Thank you to my friend Jasbo. I appreciate you as well. Let me see. I'm going to get through. Okay, so we're moving into some of these questions, friends, okay? We're moving into some of these questions. So first things first, like I said, over the past few days, we've been collecting our receipts. We've been collecting our receipts on all of the ladies. And as you know, we've been seeing who's been full of shit and who's been a good friend and who ain't been a good friend. So we done collected our bag of receipts and we done dropped them on their ass. Okay, today we got everybody's receipt. Everybody got a little bit of something on their receipt, whether it's good or bad, it ain't our fault. Whatever is on the receipt is because that's what they've been showing us over the past 6 episodes, okay? Over the past 6 days of this damn marathon, this is what we done seen from all these people. Okay, so receipt number 1 that we got on our hands is from Jyneen. Jyneen's receipt says she's a terrible friend, child, and she's a professional oversharer. Okay, and at the end of the day, her total is gonna be having no goddamn friends, but she gonna have that new husband. We still trying to figure out how long she gonna have that new husband, but she got him for now, child. Okay. We got Lily's receipt on Life of Lily's receipt. It say Lily don't give a damn, child, and she's still trying to give a damn on a daily basis. So every damn day she trying. So we seeing where she going with it, okay? And her total is stress, a stalker, and a 21-day challenge. We don't know which one is coming up next. We know a 21-day challenge now. We don't know if she gonna go through. My friend said she back with B. So until her and B break up, then we see her stress levels are balanced out for the moment. But at the end of the day, if nothing else fails, we know that stalker gonna show back up, and we gonna see a kiki about that. Because when shit gets shaky over there, it seems like the stalker like to pop up, okay? We got Glamazon's receipt, Glamazon Tag's receipt up next, and as y'all can see, Glamazon Tag's receipt just say fucked up because we done seen over the past, 6 days. I don't know what type of friend she been either. Now, look, we're gonna get into that as the questions get rolling, but we definitely been seeing over the past few days. We're not really sure what kind of friend she been to these people either. And hers also says don't really give a damn about nobody, child. Okay, and the total for her receipt say fame, but no real friends, child. So maybe is that the total? Is that not the total? So we not the one, like I said, we're not the ones making this shit up. We're just collecting these items and we're finding the total at the end of the checkout line, okay? And then if this is your total, this is your total. We trying to figure out. Let me see. My next friend's receipt is Corine, child. Corine has been a good friend, but it seemed like, child, she overplayed her part and she might have been getting treated like a side piece. So it looks like her total might be her being Gina-less, child. It looks like out of all this bullshit, she gonna end up with one less friend, which is Gina. Now that could be good or bad, but like I said, it ain't up to me to figure out. It's up to these people. My last friend's receipt is Porchia Nicole's. Porchia Nicole receipt say never gave a fuck. Child, Porchia ain't never gave a fuck about nobody or nothing. And she still don't give a fuck about nobody or nothing. And at the end of the day, her total is going to be stress-free because we see she don't mind these people. She is not paying attention to what these people got going on. They can ruin their lives. They can live their best lives. Porchia wouldn't give a damn what they was doing, okay? So at the end of the day, receipts collected. And now, like I said, I got questions because I want to know if my friends have been either agreeing, disagreeing, seeing things how they actually been, or not seeing things for what they've been. Okay, so we're going to get into it today, friends. We're going to get into it. Okay. Today's first question number 1, is who's been the worst friend? Because we've been seeing over the past few days of the marathon, we've been seeing Gina and Jen have an interesting friend dynamic. We've been seeing Gina has been complaining about Jen copying all these wigs. Gina been shading Jen. Gina has been, well, clearly Gina didn't tell Jen about her engagement, but I had a lot of people say, okay, well, Jen didn't tell Gina about her being pregnant. Okay, that was years ago, number 1, I'll say. So that could be neither here nor there. Somebody could feel some type of way, or, somebody couldn't feel some type of way about that. But I feel like now, after all these years and we're grown, I don't feel like that counts anymore. But y'all let me know what y'all think. So who's been a worse friend? Gina to Jen or Tay to Lily? We've also been seeing Tay's shading the fuck out of Lily, okay? We've been seeing a whole lot of not tit for tat, because it ain't been tatting, okay? The tat ain't tatted back yet, which is Lily. Lily never bounced back and tap on Tay the way that Tay tap on her. So we've also been seeing Tay be an interesting friend as far as Lily is concerned, as far as Six is concerned. So who do you think has been a worse friend throughout the marathon that we've been paying attention to as we've been collecting the receipts? Who's been doing the worst at being a friend? purposely, not like, okay, well, this could have happened and I understand how that could have happened because, you know, things happen. I mean, on purpose, who's been doing shit and who do you feel like has been the worst friend? We got A for Gina and Jen, and we got B for Tay and Lily. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. My friend God's baby is in the building. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate you. My friend the King's Queen says, hey, I'm late. That's okay, friend. You right on time. We just getting started with the questions. So if you just now coming in, don't even trip, friends. We just on question number 1. My friend Joycelyn Jones is in the building, says Gina. Look, she said Gina, child. Gina beat everybody to the fucking punch. She said, ain't a bitch worse off as nobody friend than Gina, okay? At the end of the day, I ain't surprised, but like I said, we've been seeing some interesting stuff as far as behavior over this marathon. So I'm teetering the fence of both of these people might be just as fucked up as the other one, okay? Let me see. Sorry, my friend Style Stage is in the building, says, hey, y'all. Hey, friend, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being in the building. We are having a good time, friend. We are asking questions, and we are collecting the BS as we go. I'm going to start some of the visuals over for my friends that are just now getting in here, but we'll speak through them so the people who have been in here don't be like, girl, we done did this, okay? I appreciate you for being here. My friend Porchia Williams in the building says, hey, from India. Hey, friend, I appreciate you for falling through from India. Hopefully you're prepared for a mess, friend, because that's all we do is have a good time in Kiki. So hopefully y'all about that bullshit over there in India too, okay, friend? I appreciate you for falling through in the chat. My friend Style Stage says, hey. Look, my friend said, hey, it's a party. Like the damn stalker child. She said, if I could sing the letter A, I will sing this shit because we already know the answer is A for Gina, child. My friend Shanta Tay says, hey, that's hilarious. Y'all are like unanimously, I'm going to speak for everybody, friend. A is the answer. My friend Joycelyn Jones says we don't see them together doing lunch dates. Look, we ain't gonna see them together doing lunch dates. I feel like Jen done gave up on her friend, child. I feel like Jen don't give a damn about what her friend got going on after she done humiliated her ass. But we're gonna get into the rest of the questions because some of these questions got something to do with that. So I'm gonna slide through some of these visuals again really quick for my friends that just came in here. So, oh shoot, hold on, y'all. So, for those of y'all who just came in here, thank you. This is the marathon wrap-up party. I appreciate y'all. If you've been watching the marathon from part 1 all the way to part 6, we've been collecting receipts. So if you haven't collected your receipts, start from part 1 all the way to part 6, which we ended off yesterday, all the way to today, because today ain't nobody, look, everybody's being held accountable in the court of these law, okay? So at the end of the day, this is what today's party is about, is making sure that we ain't been on no bullshit and we just been saying stuff about people that ain't true, friends, because you know we ain't full of shit over here. We're going to call it what it is, and we ain't going to let nobody slide. So this is the marathon party. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you weren't here before, this is your invitation to Therapy and Reality with D. If you weren't there before and you weren't there for the first Therapy and Reality with D, make sure that you're there because we will be doing Therapy and Reality with D. Like I said, it's fun, it's funny, it's a mess. It's not about the ladies, it's about us. So if you like hanging out with your girls, talking mess, laughing, having a good time, kikiing, drinking. If you smoke, bring whatever you're going to bring. Have a good time. If you enjoy that kind of stuff and hanging out with the ladies, then you definitely enjoy Therapy and Reality because we are definitely going to kick the shit, child. We are going to kick the shit and we're going to have a good time laughing, okay? So here's your invitation, friends. Don't say I didn't invite you, okay? Let me see. So like I said before, the next slide will be the thumbnail for Therapy and Reality with D. So if you're looking to come to Therapy and Reality with D, this will be the thumbnail. So don't look for the usual thumbnails with the ladies on there. It will be this thumbnail where you see the two ladies on the couch with the wine glasses, and then you see my Real Tea with D logo on there. So this will be the visual that you're looking for if you plan on coming to Therapy and Reality with D. So moving into the receipts, child, because we went through the receipts and some of y'all might not have been in here. So we're going to read through these receipts real quick. So the receipts that we've been collecting over the past 6 days of the marathon, child, this is what we have. This is what we have come. This is the conclusion that we have come up with. Okay. Receipt number 1 is for Gina Jyneen. We done figured out Gina is a terrible friend and professional oversharer, child. And at the end of the day, her total is going to be no friends, but she going to have a husband, okay? Receipt number 2 is for Life of Lily. We done figured out Lily don't give a damn, and she's still trying to give a damn on a daily basis, okay? Her total is going to be stress, the stalker, and a 21-day challenge. I said if nothing else fails, child, the stalker going to show back up, and the content will keep contenting, okay? Let me see. Number 3, our receipt was Glamazon Tay. Child, she just fucked up. We don't have too much of an explanation for her. She just fucked up, okay? Let me see. She don't really give a damn about nobody. That's what her receipt say. And then her total is Fame, but no real friends, child, is what it's looking like. My friend, my next receipt was for Jay Corine. Says she's a good friend, but she overplayed her part, child. Now she looking like a side piece, and her total is going to be being Gina-less. She might have some friends, but it ain't going to be Gina, is what it's looking like. Our next and last receipt was for Porchia Nicole. Child, Porchia receipt say never gave a fuck about nothing and still don't give a fuck about nothing. And at the end of the day, she's going to stay stress-free, not giving a damn about what Gina and them got going on, because that's what it's looking like, okay, friends? So those are the receipts that we collected. Like I said, we went through question number 1. If you're just now chiming in here, question number one was the first marathon wrap-up party question was who's been the worst friend, which is Gina and Tay. Unanimously, we got A, okay? Unanimously, everybody that came in here and said Gina been the worst friend to any fucking body, okay? So at the end of the day, I ain't even mad at y'all. I would have to say A, too. We done seen a whole lot of interesting stuff, but I would definitely have to say that it would be A. My friend Porchia Wilson says, Gina asked, she's like, look, definitely, friend, we don't even have to ask these questions. We know what the answers are, okay? And like I said, there's only about 5 or 6 questions. So as we ask and, fall through the questions, we'll chit chat and we'll kind of just, shoot the shit like we always do. Question number 2, child. So we know question number 1, everybody had a unanimous A for Gina. So question number 2 is, would you forgive Gina or your friend if Gina was your friend or if you had a friend that did the same thing to you? Hold on, y'all, because this man think I'm going to let him back. Hey, come here and sit down. Sorry. I need some Heavenly Wings so I can relax, okay? If you've been in a marathon and you already know, Heavenly Wings helps the animals not get their asses whooped. If they have some drugs in it or something, child, it helps us calm our nerves. But at the end of the day, so like I said, if you want to take Gina out of it, we just going to replace it with your friend, child. Would you forgive your friend for publicly humiliating you, for social media embarrassment? I feel like now everybody can take it how they want to. They can say, well, she wasn't embarrassed or she wasn't humiliated. She definitely admitted that she felt some type of way. Humiliation might not be the word that she wants to use, but definitely a form of embarrassment has to be felt when your friend did you like that in a public platform. So if your friend brought you somewhere and you guys have been hanging out, y'all been thick as thieves, you guys have been telling each other everything for years, at the end of the day, would you feel some type of way if your friend, not outside of social media, if your friend told you about something that was that important to her when she told everybody else that wasn't that close of a friend to her? So if you're this person's best friend and this person told their regular friends or, their co-workers, some very, very sacred news at the same time that they told you, is that something that will bother you? Hold on, y'all. I got to let this man out again, friends. So is this something that will bother you? And then B, being that it's done on social media and the whole damn social media scene is bullshit, is that something that will bother you? So the answers are A, yep, or B, hell no, I wouldn't be bothered because I don't give a damn. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me see. Hold on, let me read some of the chat. My friend the Queen King says, A, Gina and Jen go back to their young days. And now she want to act brand new because she got some D. Look, so this, I think my friend is still responding to question number 1. She said, yeah, A, Gina is the messed up friend because they go back too far to be doing stuff like that. And just because a man come around don't mean that you need to switch up. And honestly, that's the type of shit that be happening. I'm sure this has happened in the past. But Gina will say, ain't no man ever broke up with her before. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna cuss this man out if he don't hurt and bring his butt in his house. I'm trying to talk to y'all, and he got me over here standing at the goddamn door like I'm a bellhop or something. Come on. Get in here. Okay, I'm about to close you back out of here because I don't even know why you're standing there looking at me like that. Come on, what the hell's wrong with you, crazy? Okay, sorry, child. So my friend is saying yes, definitely, because they go too far back, and I'm 100% sure. But like I said, Gina will say nobody has broken up with her before, but I'm 100% sure that at some point throughout this friendship, they've had some sort of situation where a man came into play and somebody felt some type of way. It just, it's natural. It doesn't make you a bad friend. It just happens the majority of the time where somebody start dating somebody, and I'm not saying, man, you don't have to be in a man and woman relationship, whatever relationship you're in, but it usually tends to happen over a period of time when you have a close friendship that somebody starts dating somebody and the friend starts feeling like they're on the outskirts. So being that this doesn't seem like it will be their first time because they're in their 40s, it's interesting to me that it happened this way because especially because they spent so much time together. She's had ample time to explain to her friend what was going on, so on the low, kind of ease it to her before everybody else finding out. So I definitely thought that was really, really interesting because, I mean, what kind of friends are we? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of friends are we if I got to find out with everybody else? So definitely an interesting take on that, because they go back too far to be hiding shit over some D. Okay. My friend Joycelyn Jones says, okay, so I think now we are on to question number 2, where everybody is answering, would you forgive your friend for social media embarrassment? My friend Joycelyn Jones, my friend Lady T-Bug said, hell no. Okay, point blank, period. I don't play them type of games, because it's a time and a place, number one, and social media is never the time or the damn place, in my opinion. It's a phone to be called. It's a dinner to be had after all them damn lunches and breakfasts and trips and stuff we done been on. This conversation could have been eased on me another way. You know what I'm saying? This conversation could have been eased on me another way. And then, like I said before, when we're watching Jen respond in her reaction video, her response is very much of, you the reason people are talking shit about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the reason, you're the reason that everybody has such a goddamn opinion on what we got going on, because you do stuff like this. So Jen is pretty much saying, like, hey, honey, I don't know exactly what you're trying to do, but this is what people are saying, and this is what people are saying, because this is what you're showing them. Not on my part, because I've been loyal. But at the end of the day, we can't be upset. I'm sorry, y'all. We can't be upset if this is what our friends are saying, y'all. Look, not friends, because they like, look, fuck the audience, y'all. They like, we are not their friends. But y'all know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's just kind of, why do your friend like that if you have the time and the space to explain things to her on another, another way or at another time? Let me see. My friend Joycelyn Jones says, that's how you do a friend of 30 plus years. Apparently, child. Apparently, that's why I said, enjoy what we watching, friends, but don't take no advice from these people, because all these people have lost their damn minds, okay? Don't be sitting here wishing that we was them. Don't be sitting there wishing you just could be, but none of that, because at the end of the day, these people are fucking a loose screw, a screw loose from having this shit all together, okay? Let me see. My friend Lady T-Bug says, my friend Lady T-Bug says, I've distanced myself from family members for similar reasons. Absolutely, because social media embarrassment is one thing. Public humiliation is one thing. Humiliation in front of, or you just making me feel some type of way is one thing, and then public humiliation is one thing, and then social media humiliation is a whole nother. Social media humiliation is on the verge of, I might whoop your ass. Okay, now it depends on what you done. It depends on what you done said. It depends on what you done did. But if shit hits the fan and this stuff don't work out the way it's supposed to with this marriage situation, I don't know how she expects people to come on social media and respond to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how she wants her friends to come on and cater to this situation, or cater to her feelings, or want to go to breakfast and shit, or want to go to lunch after all this shit. If this shit don't work out, I'm not saying after it doesn't work out, because child, look, I don't know. I ain't no psychic, okay? At the end of the day, I don't know if it's going to work out or not. But if it doesn't, it's interesting to see how good of a friend you're going to want your friend to be after this shit, okay? Because, like I said, you can make whatever choice you want to make. You can do whatever you want to do as an adult. You can make your own choices. But when you are, you're old enough to realize that this person is supportive of you in all ways, not just, I call her on the phone and we shoot the shit and we laugh all the time. It seems like Jen has been there for her, as we've been seeing throughout the marathon, hot and heavy. Jen has been there for her more than most of these niggas have. And she done named 35 niggas throughout the whole entire marathon, child, okay? So at the end of the day, it seems like Jen has met the most solid nigga on her team. Jen has been her most solid nigga this whole time. And she did her like that. So that's why I'm like, doing your friend like that and then kind of not having consideration for the shit you do and say on camera. Like I said yesterday, I don't know what kind of wife you gonna be, but it seems like if all this shit play out on camera, all this shit gonna play out on camera. Because it don't seem like she have a hard time. She doesn't have a problem with embarrassing no fucking body, child. It seems like she don't have a problem with telling nobody's business. So it'll be interesting to see. After everybody else has been embarrassed and everybody else's business has been told, it'll be interesting to see if when shit hits the fan, everybody will be protective of her feelings as well. But let me get back into the chat, friends. Let me get back into the chat. My friend says, my friend Cream 794 is in the building, says, I'm proficient at going Black Ops Dark. She's like, I will go ghost on a bitch immediately, okay? You're not going to embarrass me. And there's a fine line of who I'm going to deal with shit from, okay? There's a fine line of how long I've been knowing you, what type of relationship we have, who you are to me, and things like that, that depend on how I'm going to allow you to play with me, you know, and there's not a lot of fucking people that I'm gonna let play with me like that. So I just feel like if you're trying to show the audience something, you're doing a terrible job, because she talks to the audience as if we don't know what we're seeing, while low-key on the back end, Jen is confirming that this is exactly what we're seeing. Okay, so it's not our problem. It's not our fault. If you pay attention, Jen and Porchia, pretty much, which is why they receipts say what they receipts say at the beginning, okay? Because as we see, they've been the most genuine as far as these friendships are concerned. But Gina's gonna want them to be as considerate and as friendly if this shit don't work out after she did them people like that. So that's gonna be interesting. But I want to see if Jen is gonna hold her, you know, if she's gonna stick to her guns and fall all the way back. Because if she doesn't, Gina's not gonna learn her lesson. And I feel like they probably had this type of friendship over years where she's probably, where, you know, I don't know, where if maybe they've done things to each other, like people have said in the past. But at the end of the day, where, you know, Gina might do things or say things and Jen might feel some type of way, but she comes back. And if that's the dynamic that you've had for years with somebody, then those types of things, like I said, tend to kind of form whatever your friendship is. And I feel like but I feel like this happening on social media made it worse off for the friendship. I feel like this is something that they could have repaired on their own, but doing this shit in front of us was embarrassing and it was fucked up. So I don't feel like this is going to be an easy thing for them to decide, hey, okay, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and just try to figure this out, or we're going to have a conversation and this is going to make sense, because only one person in this situation really feels some type of way and is genuinely going to express how they feel and what they think about it. Gina's not ready for that because she's protecting herself and she's protecting her husband. So that's not her being open and willing to be honest with Jen enough to say, you know what, I know I messed up. This is why I messed up. Because in order for you to say, I know I messed up, you got to say why you messed up. In order for you to say why you messed up, you got to blame Wizard Kelly. So at the end of the day, we ain't going to get nowhere if we blame Wizard Kelly, because this is not what we want to do. Okay, child? It's protect Wizard Kelly at all fucking costs at this point. So that's what it's looking like, child. That's what it's looking like to me. My friend Style Stager says B, and I will leave you alone. Absolutely. That would be the end of it. And it seems like I said, it seems like that's what Jen is doing for now, but we'll see if she decides to stick to her guns on that. My friend Lady T-Buck says, I would have left. Let me see. So a lot of people, it looked like everybody got B for this one. My friend, she's a mother that lives, says, question, am I the only one that realized Poe does lashes and Gina never supported Poe by letting her do her lashes? Well, with a friend. Poe did lashes. Jen has a workout class. Look, child, Lily needs some support in her weight loss journey. All these people need something, and she's just not supportive. But we seen it, y'all been watching the marathon. We seen, I think that was the finale of the marathon, when she was saying she ain't gonna help nobody with nothing. But then she also said when it comes to these other influencers that she wants to collab and she wants to do all these things. So if it comes to some clout, it seems like she's willing to participate, but if it comes to supporting or helping or getting somebody else where they are, it seems like not. And a lot of people were saying throughout the marathon, it doesn't seem like she expected Jen to get to the level that she's at, and especially not to her level. So now that, you know, she's having to bump shoulders with people that she might have thought she was going to, you know, carry through this situation, she might not be as comfortable, and she might not want to, you know, express what other people are doing, because that might, you know, she might feel like that's going to give her a run for her money. Because I feel like with a platform like you have, to blatantly say no, you're not going to show people, you know, how to do YouTube, or you're not going to give people any advice or mentorship or anything like that, was crazy. But it also just kind of shows, like I said, what we've been seeing this whole time, which is we're not confused. We're not just saying that we don't feel like you haven't been supporting your friends. We know your friends have businesses. We know your friends do things on the side. We know that your friends have things that you could be mentioning on this camera that you're not choosing to mention on this camera. So that's also interesting, because she loves to say, oh, Black women, we just got to support each other. We need to uplift each other. Black women got to start being more, you know, nice to each other and stuff like that. The meanwhile, child, you got 14 friends with businesses and we don't know shit about none of them. So that's the type of stuff. That's the type of stuff my friend is talking about. Is like, what? Why are we not figuring out nothing? Figuring out nothing that you got going. Your friends have going on. But meanwhile, we know what she done mentioned what Tay got going on 1,000 times. Okay, she'll mention what I forgot the lady's name she mentioned on the last vlog, but she'll always kind of, you know, be skimming through things on her own time on her channel and kind of show other people love and stuff, when she could definitely turn the channel to Poe's channel and say, hey, oh, look, my girl Poe's on the TV. Y'all go over there and y'all support her channel. I haven't even really heard that being said on Curves and Combos. You know, at the beginning of the Curves and Combos, I feel like it could have been more so like, hey, you guys make sure you're over there supporting my girl Poe because she's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We ain't getting none of that, friends. We ain't getting none of that. So at the end of the day, it's just looking like the receipt is the receipt, okay? It's looking like the shit that's on the receipt is pretty damn accurate, okay? Let me see. My friend SC Diva says no, okay? Let me see. My friend Lady T-Bug says I'm good enough to be I'm good enough to be the godmother of the babies, but too messy to borrow stuff, etc. No, now I'm chopped liver. So yeah, and didn't want her on the podcast. Look, over the marathon, we've heard a whole bunch of shit. Okay, she didn't want to use her. She didn't want Jen to be her partner for the podcast. She didn't tell Jen about the marriage. If Jen is the godparent, if Jen is the godmother to the babies, then what is so secretive about this marriage? That's why I said I don't care what anybody says, and I don't care what anybody's opinion is as far as I know that Gina is happy in her marriage, but if anybody is going to try to convince me as a fully blown, grown-ass thinking adult that you're 100% happy with this entire situation, not just with the man, because I know she's happy with the man, but this entire situation, and you hid it from the people that is closest to you, you out your fucking mind. I'm like, you gotta be goddamn crazy. Ain't no way I'm gonna be head over heels over a nigga and so infatuated and so happy about marrying this man, and I have a best friend who's there for me and a sister who's there for me and all these friends who are there for me, and I'm not gonna tell them. Something is wrong. There's something I don't want to say to them because somebody got something to say about what the fuck I'm doing. That's my opinion. That's how I feel as a fully blown, grown, thinking adult. I don't feel like there's a reason for you to be head over heels happy wanting to hide some shit. If I'm head over heels happy, baby, I'm butt naked outside with my ass out on the street, okay? So at the end of everybody's gonna know. This shit gonna be painted on each cheek. It's gonna say Wizard fucking Kelly on my ass in the middle of the street. Everybody gonna know about it. It's gonna be like a goddamn billboard outside on the freeway, child. Ain't nobody finna hide a damn thing I'm happy about. So it's interesting to me that there's a whole bunch of adults in these comment sections that love to say she can mind, everybody, she can keep her own business to herself. She don't have to share. She don't have to share. But ain't no fucking way as a grown woman you gonna explain to me that you head over heels happy and don't want nobody to know about this shit. Child, please. Okay, it just is what it is. Like I said, if that's how they want to do it, kudos to them. But at the end of the day, you can't convince me of just fucking anything, friends. Okay, you're not gonna come and just convince me of anything, child. Let me see. Look, my friend South Stage said, hey, nephew, because you know you hear this man back here barking. He trying to talk as loud as I am. It's a damn shame because he damn near just as loud as me, okay? Let me see. My friend Wamisha is in the building, says, Poe does nobody's lashes on regular. Drea gets hers done once or twice. So I'm not sure, whose business is flourishing or whose business isn't flourishing, but I just feel like some of this stuff definitely should have been supported on the channel for sure. My friend Pretty KJ is in the building, says, she just said F-Po. Who said F-Po? Oh, child. If you saying okay. I think you're meaning. Look, child. I was gonna say, oh hell no. But I think you're meaning she said F her in the way of like I'm dropping you like a fly and I'm moving on. But see, that's what I'm saying. When you get a hold of that D, you forget about everybody. And if that's the case, then that means you happy. Tell these people you happy. Otherwise, it's some shit that you hiding. It's something you don't want to say to these people for a reason. And like I said, I feel like it's because she know Jen gonna talk some shit. I feel like she knew that if she told Jen what she was thinking, which I felt like Jen knew along the lines of where she was going with this relationship with Wizard Kelly, I feel like she knew that they were teetering the fence of trying to do some shit like get married or something. But I feel like, Jen, she's gonna allow Gina to be Gina. Let her be grown. That's her friend, but she ain't her mama. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like she kind of saw what was happening, but I feel like Gina knew not to say certain things to her because I feel like Jen was vocalizing in some way, shape, or form how she felt about the situation. Maybe not in a way that she had like disdain for the situation, but Jen is one to make slick comments. You know what I'm saying? Jen is one to say some shit. And if you guys don't, if you look, baby, if you've been in the marathon, day one of the marathon, the very first video, I think it was the second video in day one of the marathon when Gina, Chelsea, and Jen were on the live stream. Jen and Chelsea are on the live stream, and Gina ass is sitting in the middle of these two on their live stream talking to this man on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And that is hella rude, number one, because these people are on live stream. Number two, why aren't you interacting the same way they would be interacting with your camera? And number 3, at the end of the day, if we having girls time, get off the phone with this man, okay? Get off the phone with this man if you hanging out with us, okay? It's just a form of disrespect. And then on top of that, like I said, in that same live stream, she told Jen, take your picture off the camera because I don't want to be on your live with your picture in the background. So this is the stuff we're seeing from these friends, okay? And then B, like I said, you're on the phone with this man in the middle of these people having a live stream. And C, Jen was making mention to her little stuff about like, okay, you on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Like just kind of making little comments. So I can definitely see Jen in a way kind of poking at her and saying things, but maybe trying not to say it in a way where Gina felt bad. You know what I'm saying? Like say it in a way where like, damn girl, okay, you always gonna be with this man, but not saying in a way like, okay, if you call this nigga one more time, you got to get out of my house, okay? At the end of the day, now, child, look, talking about you got to get out of my house. That's the story time we got for Therapy and Reality with D. Child, when I say you got to get the fuck up out of my house, that is definitely, this is where we going with this damn Therapy and Reality, child, because when I say kicking a bitch out, you got to get the fuck up out of my house. You and the people you done brought with your ass. Everybody, get y'all shit and get the fuck up out of here, okay? But that's Therapy and Reality, friends. I done gave y'all the invitation. Now, y'all, all you got to do is show up. Okay, we'll get into that when we get there, friends. Let me see. My friend Lady T-Bug says Gina and Jan were probably talking every day and planning trips. Yes, because you know they planning trips, they planning breakfast, they planning dinner, they planning content, they planning all that shit that you know they were hot and heavy. They like that's why I said, child, that's why I said I was calling Jen her side nigga, okay? Because definitely when you seen Jenny, you seen Jen. And if anything happened, Jen was right there. If Gina had a discrepancy, Jen was behind her. As you seen during the marathon, Gina was on the live stream, and Gina, for some odd reason, shaded Jen by reading the comment where the people in the chat said, why is Jen always at your house? And Jen in the background said, because I live 5 minutes away. And then Gina said, like, oh yeah, like that part, you know what I'm saying? But it's always these shady little kiki moments, but they're always together. So if you're always together, but you're feeling some type of way about copying my wigs, you always being at my house, I don't want to tell you about my man. It seems like I use you for my convenience. It seems like when I need a friend, I'd like to put you in my back pocket. And when I need a nigga, I know where to sit your ass too. That's what it sounded like to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, child. My friend Pretty KJ says Jen supports her. Jen support has showed up and showed out. I know this hurts in real life. Absolutely. And like I said, we seen the scavenger hunt for the birthday party. For Gina's birthday. We've seen, Jen did the photo shoot for Gina's birthday. Jen did the 42 gifts. 40 gifts every 42 minutes for the 42nd birthday and stuff. So over the marathon, we've been seeing Jen bend over backwards as a friend. So that's one of the questions we're going to get into during this part of the party as well, because I want to know what y'all think about that as well. Y'all, that's interesting to me too. We done seen Jen bend over backwards, and we done seen Gina barely dip her fucking toe in the pool, okay? So at the end of the day, it's definitely given. You done a whole lot, and I don't know if you seeing it because you so used to this motherfucker doing stuff for you. Sometimes people get like that with their friends, and that's what we were saying over the marathon as far as Tay and Gina kind of have similarities in that way where I feel like they like friends that do for them, but they might not do the same. And I'm not saying financially, because I feel like people use money as an excuse. Like we said yesterday in the marathon, everybody likes to wear money as a mask, where people will say, oh, but I buy you shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but I paid for this. Oh, well, I bought you this for your birthday, but you've been a bitch the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You've been an asshole to me. You embarrassed me on social media. You were talking about me crazy and laughing and kikiing about my double cheeseburger with the extra ketchup and the extra onions and the extra, you know what I'm saying? All that. All those things are the problem. It's not what you bought for me. It's not because, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I invited you here and I paid for your food and I paid for you to go on this trip. I feel like all of them try to wear that as a mask. We talked about that yesterday with Clayton. You're trying to use you having money as a mask for somebody calling you a baby mama at this age. Don't work. Sometimes this shit don't fit the bill. You can't use the money as an excuse for everything. You can't use the money as an excuse for your fucked up character. You can't use the money for an excuse for you talking to your friends and embarrassing them in front of the camera. You cannot use money as an excuse for you totally disregarding your best friend for over 30 goddamn years for some dick, child, okay? At the end of the day, money's not going to trump that. So it can be, oh, I put you on and now you do YouTube because of me. So the fuck what? What does that have to do with what you did to me? So people have to stop with the money, because money ain't the answer to nothing. Money ain't the answer to none of this shit. Money ain't the answer to these people's character, and money ain't the answer to people's morals. and integrity. You're going to have some of that shit if you want to make sense out of life. Otherwise, you're going to have money and you ain't going to have no fucking body. We see what's happening up there on that goddamn hill. You sitting up there in that big ass house with who the fuck knows who? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is that man? A basketball player or a teacher? You sitting over there in that big ass house with who the fuck else or whoever the hell that is. And at the end of the day, that ain't no good. Ain't no smiles, ain't no dancing, ain't no happiness, ain't no love, ain't no hugs, ain't no laughing, ain't no nothing. Fuck that money. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that money. That money don't buy you happiness. It's a motherfucker right now with $2.50 in a cardboard box that's laughing harder than her ass up in that goddamn mansion on that hill with that fucking man. Okay? At the end of the day, you got to know that ain't gonna be your answer for the rest of your life. So at the end of the day, whoever is an adult and still thinking, I feel like these people have some sort of you know what I'm saying? The audience is the audience. So your audience is going to support you for the reason that they feel like supporting you. So a lot of times it don't matter if you right or wrong. If you say what they like or if you got what they like, they're going to go for whatever you say. So a lot of the times the audience will allow these people to get away with using the money as a win. You know what I'm saying? So the audience will listen to them say shit like, but they broke and brokies and stuff like that. And some of the people in the audience will be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like they in high school, as if that wins the argument. That can't win the argument over here, friend, because I got 1,000 other fucking things to say. Like, if you don't know shit else about me, I got 50 fucking things to say before we got to that money, honey. Fuck that money. Okay, we talking about this shit over here. So at the end of the day, social media and fame and popularity has definitely gotten people totally misconstrued. And then we're watching people be publicly humiliated, shamed, and embarrassed on these platforms and not understand as adults where this shit is coming from. Y'all too worried about an image, y'all too worried about some money and not your goddamn integrity. This is how this is happening. And then we're watching the people with the integrity and, you know, the morals and some values and shit kind of be embarrassed and kind of be dragged through the mud on this mug. You know what I'm saying? We're watching the Jins and the Lilies and some of these people kind of totally get mishandled by these other people because these other people are so worried about money, fame, and attention. I feel like that's what we're seeing. Let me get back to the comment section, child, because you know I'm gonna run my mouth. Let me see. My friend Joycelyn Jones says, oh, I'm sorry, you're talking to somebody else. My friend Sonia C is in the building, says, hey, y'all, I'm late. Thank you for being here, friend. That is okay. I appreciate you for showing up. My friend Style Stages says, you never shine when you're dirty. Jen seems to have way stronger support system. She'll be better off keeping her distance. She always ditches Jen when she's in a relationship. And that's why I was saying I feel like this can't be the first time. So this has definitely been a pregame to who this person is. But we gonna look, that's the topic for therapy and reality too, because that's something I wanted to touch on, which is allowing your friends to finagle your mindset. You want to be such a good friend that you're not paying attention to the shit your friend is doing. Okay, you done been a fucked up person to everybody because you trying to support your goddamn friend. Okay, so at the end of the day, I done just learned 2 weeks ago a bitch been dragging me through the fun, not dragging me through the mud, but you've been finagling me against other bitches for over 30 fucking years. Meanwhile, I'm just now coming to grips with the fact that your ass is the nut. Your ass is the nutcase. It ain't even the 20 people you done totally convinced. And look, I ain't even finna lie. She didn't even convince me that these other people was crazy because I know my friend crazy. Baby, look, I know my friend is crazy. I know my friend is over here goddamn near, my friend is over here damn near Jaguar Right Child, the stalker, okay? My friend is batshit crazy. But because I'm a friend and because I'm loyal and because I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to be a good friend and I'm trying to, ride for my friend, I'm letting you convince me that this person, that person, him, her, she, them, they, all the goddamn people on the planet is terrible. Low-key knowing your ass is crazy. But because I want to be a good friend, I'm just going to listen to things. And I'm not in my brain. I'm not, I'm not assuming that these are bad people. But I'm saying, okay, well, you know what? If she got a problem with these people, I'm just going to lay low. I'm not going to talk to them that much. You know what? If she has a problem with that person, I'm going to just lay low. I'm not going to talk to them that much. Child, look. We on bitch number 70. It's too many people. I cannot keep on going through this for you. You're going to have to figure this out. And you're going to have to figure out what's wrong with your ass that you're going through all this with people, okay? But at the end of the day, like I said, now, my ass is for 38 years old, just figuring out 2 goddamn weeks ago, my friend got me fucked up, okay? Not all the other people she been arguing with. She low-key got me fucked up the whole damn time, child, okay? But look, like I said, we're going to tap in on that during therapy and reality because, child, it's always a mess. It's always a mess. Let me see, my friend Cream 794 said Gina has Burton Ernie, child. My friend Yella says, question, did you see the I Am Siren video about Gina stealing her content and using her words verbatim? Gina does a lot of pretending like like she is so knowledgeable. Her and Wizard Kelly, child, because if y'all didn't see that live stream from the other day, Wizard Kelly verbatim read off what a nigga said and made it seem like it was him and Gina tried to make it like, look, y'all, beating the damn monkeys. If you was there the other day and you heard us talking about some beating the damn monkeys, then you already know Wizard Kelly just stole some shit on that camera and said it too, and him and Gina tried to make it seem like they said the shit. So I definitely did come across Siren's channel, and I definitely did see the video of her talking about all the stuff that Gina was doing. So like I said, not far-fetched, friend, not far-fetched. It's definitely seeming like a lot of the stuff was spot on. And then, like I said before, some of the stuff was things that, you know, shit. When she was saying doctor and the dentist and stuff, I'm like, I just went to the dentist yesterday, friend, so I don't know about that one. But at the end of the day, there definitely was a whole lot of points that she did make that definitely seemed like she had some valid points. So I can't even be mad at my friend Siren for that, for sure. My friend Star Stages says, quiet as kept. I think all that is an act for YouTube to keep up the influencer she wants to be. Absolutely. I feel like a lot of ladies do that. And that's what we were talking about the other day as far as Tay is concerned. I feel like there's a lack of consideration for the real friends because we're trying to get to the industry friends. So I'm stepping on heads. You know what I'm saying? I'm climbing over bitches to get where I want to go. I am obliterating my real friends. So I done got rid of 6. I done got rid of Lily. Lily done came back. I'm still not treating her right. I don't give a damn about who's around me. But it seems like when she gets in certain places and she gets around certain friends, she has a certain demeanor about herself. But then when she is kind of tucked away and it might be her and Lily on their own in the house and they might just be hanging out with themselves, there's a softer side and a more friendly approach is what I'll say. There's a more friendly approach in different settings. And then we're getting you biting her head off. You know what I'm saying? You biting her head off and laughing at her in front of everybody then another second. So it's always interesting to me to see kind of the dynamics of where these ladies are trying to go. And I feel like they're climbing a ladder of success while losing a whole bunch of integrity and morals and values. You know, I feel like the higher on the ladder they're climbing, they got to drop shit off while they go. You know what I'm saying? They got to drop off a little bit of sense over here. They got to drop off a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of maturity over here. So as they grow in the, you know, in the YouTube atmosphere, I feel like more and more of it becomes for show and less about growing up as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Which is a damn shame because at the end of the day, you got an audience full of people who are watching you. Your responsibility is to be somebody that you feel like your audience can. And it's not even, I mean, hell, everybody doesn't have, that's not everybody's responsibility. I won't even say that. But for me, I feel like if you're going to pick up a camera or pick up a microphone and you are, you know, supposedly influencing people, if you're making choices and you're making decisions, I feel like it's a safe space to verbalize, this is my choice and this is my decision, because everybody that's watching doesn't have their own discernment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's watching might be an adult, but doesn't mean that they can think properly for themselves. So when you're making irresponsible choices, when you're doing and saying certain things on camera, it's not a safe space to do that, because I feel like a lot of the people that are watching are going to feel like that's an okay characteristic to portray for themselves. So you know what I'm saying? Where if I don't have my own damn discernment, I'm going to think it's okay to go and I'm going to think it's okay to put on social media, hey, I'm butt naked on a horse and, you know, bent over this man's shoulder and I barely know this man. I met him on Instagram and I'm going to tell y'all all about it. All these things are irresponsible. If you're going to do it in a safe way. Come on this camera and say, hey, look, I don't know what y'all got going on. This is what I choose to do in my life. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to influence nobody to do nothing. And she will say she's not trying to influence people to do things, but everything is kind of portrayed in a way a lot of times like, look what I'm doing, girls, or I'm doing something y'all can't do. And I feel like I said, I feel like that's why Jen wasn't privy to the information, because I feel like she was coming at us on the camera like, hey, girls, look at what I'm doing. Y'all, I'm doing something y'all can't do. But meanwhile, Jen was sitting there like, don't nobody want that nigga. Ain't nobody worried about the Wizard Kelly anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, not that he's not a valuable man. I'm not saying that I don't know that man, child. I don't know Wizard Kelly. But at the end of the day, I feel like she thinks her friends and the people around were not going to see that nigga as valuable as she did. That's my opinion. So I feel like that's why we got to pull back on sharing some of this information. Let me see. My friend Cream794 says, please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you hit the like button, friends. If you're in here and you're having a good time, make sure you hit the like button because we got some more questions, Chad. We got some more questions. Thank you to my friend Cream794 for making sure everybody hits that like button. My friend Poppy Montgomery is in the building. Says, hey, this is the gift that keeps on giving. She says, I'm here. Hey, y'all, is this the reunion? Look, y'all, this is definitely the reunion. We didn't have season 1 through 6, okay? And now we having a reunion episode. My friend Poppy Montgomery said, This is definitely the gift that keep on giving, because y'all know y'all ain't never seen D this much. In 3 years I've been doing this channel, y'all ain't never seen D 7 days in a row, child. So yes, friend, it is definitely a Christmas morning, okay? Let me see. My friend Style Stage says, I was done with Gina. I was done when Gina went to the cookie place, bought cookies. She and the kids took bites on all of them and didn't take them and didn't like them and gave them used cookies to Jen. Oh, child, I didn't even see that. I was done, tacky and classless. And we seen throughout the marathon that Jen done took that Thanksgiving turkey over to her to let her cut through the turkey before her family. So we see the type of stuff that Jen does for Gina, and we see the type of stuff that Gina does to Jen, okay? Listen to what I said. We see the type of stuff that Jen does for Gina, and we see the type of stuff that Gina does to Jen. Don't think I messed up what I said, child. I said exactly what the fuck I said. One person is doing something for somebody, and another motherfucker is doing something to somebody. So that's exactly what that's looking like. My friend Ari says, Lies says, less morals too. Absolutely, that's what I said. They dropping them on the ladder as they climb into the top. My friend Style Stage says, talk about some, look what I bought you. Look what I bought you, some half-eaten cookies, child. Look what you bought your ass. And just so happen to have a few left for me, child. Hell no. My friend Shanna Queen B says, Gina is predictable and childish. When she get a man, I'm sorry, y'all. When she get a man, she got to be an influencer for him instead of herself. She fake. Gina, if YouTube take your page, you'll be divorced and broke. Have y'all been paying attention to when they go places? He tells people that she's an influencer. Like, every place that they've been going lately, he's like, yeah, she's a YouTuber. She's famous on YouTube. And she'll be like, no, I'm not famous. You know what I'm saying? It's like he makes her uncomfortable doing that. And I don't even understand why he's doing that. And honestly, it's kind of cringy to the point where the last few times he said something about how the chat was going to respond to something that they said or did. So we know he's reading the comments at some point, or they are reading the comments at some point. He said something about the reaction channels before. So we know that he's actually seeing or coming across reaction channels at some point. He's definitely mentioned 1,000 times when they go different places that she's a YouTuber. So he's looking for a certain level of interest. And child, we know his ass was trying to be a YouTuber too. So it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time before all this shit end up being the story we all been looking for. Okay, child, not looking for as far as, them not working out, but exactly what we think we've been seeing. That's why I said, that's why we having this marathon party. Because at the end of the day, we just trying to see if we've been seeing what we've been saying, or if we just been saying shit. And that it looks like what we've been saying has been pretty damn accurate, if you ask me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to question number 3 really quick. My friend Style Stage says, so he's a fan. It sounds like a child. It sounds like he a fan. It sounds like he just be all up in the YouTube streets. Is what it sounds like. He be in her comments. He probably in the reaction channels, comments, child. It seemed like they be bouncing around a little bit here, there, and everywhere. And if y'all pay attention to Jen and Porchia when they did their responses to Gina's video, they definitely both mentioned watching the reaction channels and coming across the videos. They both mentioned that they think the videos are funny. And I won't say specifically who they were talking about because they didn't name any specific reaction channel. But they definitely both did mention that they thought the reaction channels were funny and that a lot of the stuff that was being said on the reaction channels is accurate, and that they can't even be upset about what's being said because it's being shared. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's fair game. So at the end of the day, like I said, it seems like the YouTube streets is where he likes to be, and he might be checking in on what's being said about him so he can, line it up on the back end or make himself look the way he wants to look to everybody on the back end as well. Because look, y'all, we done already called this man a crazy ass freak in the beginning, and it seemed like he done toned that down because the way he was talking to that woman at first definitely didn't sound like your wife. It sounded like he was talking to her like some hoe he met off the street. So at the end of the day, he's piped that down. So I don't know if you've been hearing how we've been feeling about how he was talking to that lady, but at the end of the day, we getting more 607 nowadays, child. He want to sit everybody down and talk about the dead monkey. Beating the dead monkeys, child. Okay. So at the end of the day, it seemed like he trying to pick up some pieces, at least in that way. So keep listening to the reaction channels, Wizard Kelly. If they doing y'all some justice, then just keep listening, child. We might get y'all where y'all supposed to be. Okay. Because we got some advice. Now look, nigga, if you want some advice, come on over here to Real Tea with Deeks. We got some advice. We will give you the advice that you need, friend. Let me see. My friend, the King's Queen, says he's going to make her have a big reveal for him, and then he's going to build a channel. Then, we broke. I agree. I definitely feel like there's going to be a big reveal soon. I feel like by the time they get in that house, I think, like I said, because we're going to see so much of this nigga from the shoulders down, I feel like there's going to be an extreme pressure in her comment section to either get that man off the camera talking so goddamn much and all we see him is from the shoulders down, or it's going to be the opposite, which is like you said, there's going to be a reveal, or he's going to disappear. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you can't drag this forever. You're not going to drag this man from the shoulders down on our goddamn dime, okay? At the end of the day, we're not going to watch this man from the shoulders down forever, okay? I just can't do it. I'm gonna need to actually see him, or he got to get the fuck out of here. He got to get the fuck out of it. What I just told y'all a second ago about kicking people out of the house, he got to get his shit and he got to go. At the end of the, y'all hear this man barking at me? This is, how many times I done let him out since we done been on here? This got to be at least the fourth time, friends. But yes, I definitely feel like he's I feel like he's gonna force that big debut too, friend. I definitely feel like he's gonna force that big debut, and then he's gonna revamp that YouTube channel. I don't know what the hell he done did with the last YouTube channel. I think he shut it down. But child, at the end of the day, he might as well kept them videos on there because his ass would have been famous by now too. I'm like, if he don't know nothing else, you know how many people was checking for that nigga channel when they found out who he was? He would have been had him a YouTube check, but I feel like because Gina wasn't prepared, or she probably wasn't prepared for people to find him. I think the discomfort of it happening so quickly is what made him take the channel down. But I low-key feel like that nigga's a little frustrated about that. He's like, wait a second, I was getting a little bit of traction, okay? So eventually, once they move in that house, I feel like there's going to be a reveal, like I said, simply because I don't think she's going to be able to do this forever. I don't feel like the audience is going to sit there and watch that man from the shoulders down talk and fucking talk without actually being a part of the video. Hold on, y'all. Come on. Okay, so yeah, I just don't feel like that's gonna last forever. And you know, like, to each his own. If everybody wants to do that, they can do that. But at the end of the day, it just seems like the content is already kind of getting to a point where either show them or don't show them. Put them in the scene, don't put them in the scene. But if he's gonna keep talking in the background like that, and you're gonna keep using, if you're gonna keep having 5 to 10 minute segments of him talking, and we don't see him, the camera is just pointed at you and the children. We don't want to see that. Keep those parts to yourself. Clip that out, edit it out, make it a different video, make some family content, make a family channel or something like that. But this is not what this content is or was. This is not what people came to this channel for. So something's going to have to give at some point, in my opinion. Let me see. So definitely, I agree with that. At the end of the day, I feel like he's going to end up with a channel in a year or two as well. And especially if shit don't work out, he definitely going to end up with a channel. My friend Cream 794 says he seems simple-minded too. You know what? He seems like a lot of I'll say like he seems like he's intelligent in areas but a bonehead in others. I feel like he has an ability to get things done because you know a street nigga know a little bit of something about something, but he might I don't feel like he's as intelligent as he tries to come off. And like I said, I think it's easy for him to play the intelligent game when it comes to Gina because she thinks this nigga's a genius. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she be looking at him like he got all the damn answers, child. She think that man is Elon Musk, okay? So at the end of the day, I feel like it's easy for him to talk over her head enough that she is convinced that he's smart while we be sitting there listening like, man, if you don't shut the fuck up, okay? Okay, we are tired of hearing you talk, okay? Let me see. My friend God's baby says, Ye is no one friend. She don't even keep a relationship. She's all for self and BBL. Absolutely. And you know, if a breakup comes, we might see another round of BBL too, because you know these people can't get enough of that. My friend Joycelyn Jones says, well, Gina is wearing more tacky clothes, all them clothes, and can't put an outfit together. I would be interested to see if once they move in together, if the wardrobe and the going out and the drinking and stuff changes, because you marrying a Muslim man, which means you're marrying into the Muslim culture, which means you're gonna have to start abiding by some of them rules. So I don't know how them two-piece outfits gonna go. I don't know how all them, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how all them bust down middle part wigs and all that stuff is gonna go, and all that drinking all the time is gonna go if we're trying to align ourselves with Muslim culture. But we know Wizard Kelly ain't following all the rules either, child. So we're going to have to see how that line up. But like I said, and then on not the last blog, but on one of the latest blogs, she mentioned something like, oh, well, you know, I don't do nothing now. I just live a boring life. So I feel like it's starting to hit her that, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be doing what I was doing. I don't think I'm going to be living like I was living. You know, not financially, but I don't think I'm going to be as carefree and fun and going here and there like I was before. Also, on that same blog, she was doing something in the car, driving down the street doing something, and she said, who is that? That nigga fine? You just got married, child. You just got married. This is what I was saying about the respect level that we having on the channel when we just got married and we in a Muslim marriage and we doing the same things that's teetering the fence of respect, disrespect. Shit is still on the channel that don't seem like it's respectful to Wizard Kelly. I don't know what kind of nigga Wizard Kelly is to not have put his foot down, because immediately upon me showing up in building with these from the neck down, from the shoulders down, honey, you would have had to take this shit up off your camera. All this would have had to go. I'm knocking all this shit over if you don't take this shit off the camera. We for damn sure not going into no marriage with this shit up there. You got to take this down. But I don't know who's running. I don't know who's running the Muslim culture in their household, but it seems like they making their own damn rules, okay? Y'all let me know if anything they doing is applying to the rules. If anybody in here know anything about Muslim culture, are they following the shit or not? Are they doing a good job at the Muslim shit or no, friends? Because it don't seem like it so far, okay? Let me see. Yes, my friend, the King's Queen said he speaks jail talk. Now, look, I don't know if the man been to jail or not, but it definitely sounds like it, friend. By the shit he be saying, I would assume the nigga has been. Because, like I said, if you know anything about a man that done been to jail, child, they gonna manipulate, they gonna try to persuade, they gonna overtalk, they gonna try to make it seem like they're the smartest person in the room, and they always gonna find a bitch that's willing to listen, okay? They don't want nobody with no clear thinking mind. They don't want a lady that, you know, got a little bit of sense to her, because you're gonna talk too much. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have too much to say. You're gonna be a little too you're gonna be a little too much for him to handle. But let them find a weak woman, and I'm not calling her weak, but I'm saying in the mind, you're weak. You're making yourself weak for him to feel strong. So at the end of the day, you're gonna dumb yourself down for this man to let him feel like he's superior in this moment. So they'll always do that. They'll always find a woman that they know they can kind of break down. You know what I'm saying? And because she has so much, I feel like that's the reason he talks so damn much. Because she has a lot and he knows that she can handle herself. I think the most comfortable thing for him to do in order to finagle her mindset is to make her feel like he's smarter, because he knows she's able to do things. So that's kind of the only way he can kind of, you know, manipulate her into, like I said, maybe investing in things, you know, with him, or just listening to him when it comes to his decision making or him applying rules in the household. And that'll be interesting too, because we're in a Muslim household now. What these rules gonna be like for these babies? What are the rules going to be like for everybody? What are the rules going to be like for teenagers that are growing up and trying things and, you know what I'm saying, experiencing things, and a mom that kind of allows certain things? How are these things going to go? This is going to be the interesting part to watch. It's going to be interesting to see if the truth of it all is played out on social media, or if we're going to get the perfected fluff. You know, if we're going to get the la la land, everything is so great, I'm so happy in this marriage, I made the best choice, I made the best decision type of shit on the channel. Because I feel like we're going to get the perfected fluff. And like I said, I feel like we're probably not going to see Jen for months. And I feel like we're not going to see Jen until the truth comes out. And I don't mean truth in a negative way. I mean, until Gina is ready to be truthful and be humble enough to sit with her friend and admit that she fucked up and admit that she embarrassed her, I don't feel like we're going to see Jen. I don't feel like we're going to see Jen come around until Jen feels like, you mean what you said. You mean what you said. And this man is not going to stand between us as friends. But right now, that nigga standing in between, in front and back, on the side. He's all around her, so can't nobody get to her. Nobody can infiltrate whatever he's done to her mindset. Nobody's able to kind of, you know, poke that bubble open to get back to Gina, you know? But, child, that's just what it's looking like. Let me see. Not my friend said, my friend Shanna Queen B says, I call him Stutter and Stanley, child. That is hilarious. Stutter and Stanley is funny. My friend Cream 794 said, Stanley catching strays, child. Look, I don't even know who Stutter and Stanley is, but baby, look, at this point, it's for damn sure finna be Wizard Kelly. My friend Jasbo says they aren't doing one thing that Islam preaches. That's what I needed to know. That's what I was trying to figure out, is are we watching them actually do what they're supposed to be doing as far as the culture is concerned, or are they making up their own damn rules? Because it seems like they're making up their own damn rules, okay? That's exactly what it seems like. So at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know very much about it, but I don't see, as far as the way that they speaking, you know what I'm saying? They using a lot of foul language. They talking about sex a lot before they even got married. They're doing a lot of drinking. That nigga's doing the most drinking for a non-drinking man I've ever seen in my life. And I should have known this man was a liar when I seen that damn blog and he had a cabinet full of liquor. Because ain't no way collecting liquor for what? Collecting liquor for what? At the end of the day, there's just no sense behind continuously telling us this man don't drink, but y'all cracking open a bottle every damn day. And then have the nerve on the last one to say, oh, well, because his favorite is 1942. How the fuck he got a favorite and he don't drink? That's my question. I don't have a favorite. Shit I don't indulge in, okay? It's hard for me to have a favorite of some shit I don't usually do. That's crazy. But at the end of the day, hey, like I said, they applying their own rules and we just watching, child. We are just watching. We don't know what the rules are. We don't know what the hell their rules are. Some of us know what the rules for Islam is, but we for damn sure are just watching them create their own, child. So we just gonna keep watching to see what else the rules are in their book. Okay, so question number 3 for today is, has Gina been purposely shady to Jen and other creators? Do you think a lot of this is just her moving and shaking on her own and kind of being such in her own mind that she's not realizing she's doing some of this stuff? Or do you think she's doing a lot of this stuff, A, to be spiteful or kind of, to get attention in certain ways? Like, when she mentioned Clayton and she's saying, this was one of my favorite creators, but, I have an issue and it made me cry and all these things. And then she's mentioning all these things that happened with Jen and the wig and not telling Jen and the other ladies about the marriage. She's the one that outed Porchia for being married. So a lot of people were saying Porchia was shady. So if you haven't been caught up in the live stream for the marathon from day one, from part 1 of the marathon, which was last week, Monday, to part 6 of the marathon, which was yesterday, you would have seen that everybody had a disdain towards Porchia being the one that outed Gina for being married. But we found out that Gina outed Porchia for being married first. So that was shady as well. So regardless of the fact that Porchia put in the video the proposal and the fact that it was a marriage and what the dinner was for and all those things, it can't be that shady because Gina's the one that told her business first. So 2 years ago, way before Gina got married, Gina's the one that told everybody Porchia's business. So Gina was being shady then. I don't know why she said, and she did it in a way that was unnecessary because that's not even what they were talking about in the moment. So are we watching her purposely be shady, or are these things that, that she might not be paying attention to? Some people are just kind of absent-minded. And sometimes if you don't say something to them, they might not understand that they're doing things that make people feel some type of way or can be seen as rude or disrespectful or shady or you don't care about my feelings, or inconsiderate is the word I'm looking for. Child, look, y'all probably like, bitch, the word is inconsiderate. Okay. So yeah, like those, I'm just wondering if we're seeing her be inconsiderate or if we're seeing her be as absent-minded as she seems, because we know for damn sure our friends seem a little absent-minded sometimes. So y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Is this something that you've experienced where you feel like this person is constantly doing things, but they don't really get it, so I got to keep saying it? Or she knows exactly what she's doing. And this is why we know all this shit, because it's being put on camera. Because I feel like all this stuff being put on camera, you have to rewatch your content and you have to understand if you know when you're being shady or not. If I rewatch, child, we don't rewatch this whole damn marathon for the past 6 days. And I told y'all the other day, half of the shit I was saying was teetering the fence, so I done lost my fucking mind. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm not afraid to look back on my content and say, "Ooh, girl, hold on. You was doing a little too damn much. You need to relax." Okay. But I don't know if Gina's that type of friend. I don't know if she's absent-minded enough to actually look back on her content and not see things for what they are, or if she looks back on her content and be like, damn, I was shady to Jen. Oh shit, I did roll my eyes and make a face when I said something about her and my wig. Oh, you know what? I did leave that part in there when I was talking shit about Clayton Child. All those things. Is this purposeful or is it just absent-mindedness? Let me see. My friend Cream 794 answered the question a long time ago. She said her mind is in a box, friend. She's not thinking about shit, okay? Stuff is just happening because she don't be thinking. Let me see. My friend Style Stage says she's a Scorpio, so she knows exactly what she's doing. And that's what I'm saying. You're watching this and you're not a kid. You're rewatching yourself doing and saying things. You're rewatching this content. The content is still on your channel. Like I said, you have a husband now and this content is still on there. So, child, she purposely being shady to Wizard Kelly too, because why is this still there? Why is this still there? So I don't know how good of a friend or a wife she can be to anything or anybody, because the lack of consideration that you have to get married to anybody, but especially to a Muslim Wizard Kelly child, okay? Like, in order for you to have any consideration, getting married to a Muslim Wizard Kelly and not take these things off of your channel, I don't think there's a respect factor for anybody. I don't think there's a respect factor for anybody but herself. Literally not considering anything or anybody but herself, because there's no way. And somebody said the other day, well, hell, if that was the case, it would have been taken off of there because of the family. True. Absolutely. So at the end of the day, it's just kind of like, I definitely feel like it's a lot of it is purposeful and a lot of it is because she getting attention. She's getting attention and she getting paid. Child, when them checks start looking the way they start looking, some of that misbehavior start misbehaving, child. And I feel like we seeing a lot of that. I feel like we seeing a lot about that. I mean, we're seeing a lot of that with this Clayton situation. We seeing a lot of people misbehaving because that money is good. You know what I'm saying? Because them numbers is looking good, because them views is looking good, and because them pockets start looking good as far as them, them YouTube checks. I'm telling y'all, this social media, these cameras, these phones, so all these public platforms, this shit will have your ass caught up in some bullshit. If you let that money run your mindset, you're going to fuck around and lose your morals, your integrity, and you're going to be on here saying and doing things you don't agree with. And you're going to have to look back on your own damn content like I was doing the other day, child. You're going to have to look back at your own shit and be like, I'm sorry. Look, Jesus forgive me because I don't know why I was saying what I was saying, okay? At the end of the day, some of the stuff was funny, but some of the stuff was fucked up, okay, friends? I am not ashamed to admit some of that shit I shouldn't have been saying. Now, some of the stuff, like everything I've said has been said on their channel. So I don't ever say things that I feel like, haven't been said by them. I try to stay on whatever level they stay on. So I feel like I'm, giving them the respect that they give themselves on camera. But I feel like still some of the videos, I feel like there were certain things that even though they said them, it wasn't my fucking business to share, child, okay? It wasn't for me to repeat, child, okay? What your mama say? Just because I said it, I'm grown. You don't say what I said, okay? So at the end of the day, I'm over here repeating some shit I had no business repeating. So I'm not afraid of myself. I'm not afraid to check my own temperature and come and say, hey, you know what? I've been fucking around. But I don't feel like we're seeing our friend do that. I don't feel like Thick Bestie has that in her where she's rewatching this content and being like, hey, Jen, I know I might have embarrassed you about that wig shit, but I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, child, she done brought Tanya ass on camera to make sure that everybody knew Tanya ass brought them goddamn tights. So no, there is no consideration for nobody. It's always a mess every time. Okay, child. Let me see my friend. Okay, so a lot of people are saying A. A lot of people are saying yes. So she's definitely purposely shaded people on camera. My friend Cream794 says I'm with B, A, and B. So yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of it is done purposely, but then a lot of it, I feel like there's such a level of wanting to get where I want to go. I'm not even thinking about the shit I'm doing to people because I'm so adamant about women. I want to win so bad. I'm not even giving a fuck about how people feel. I'm not giving a damn about Wizard Kelly. I'm not giving a damn about how the babies are seeing stuff. I'm not giving a damn about my friends or what they think about this situation. So a lot of it just seems like a little bit of A. Hell yeah, I understand in the moment when I'm being shady because that's how I feel. But maybe moving forward, I'm forgetting about this stuff. So I'm not carrying this bag with me. But I feel like at this point, she don't have no choice but to carry that Jen shit. She gonna carry that suitcase with Jen in it until she learns how to apologize to that woman properly. Until she handles this situation with Jen properly, I feel like that's the only thing that made her realize her behavior. I feel like that's the only thing that made her realize she be on some shady shit. Because like I said, they couldn't hide that from the audience. Gina's used to hearing her being a messed up friend to other people. But when it came to Jen agreeing with the audience and the audience really helping Jen see that for what it was, I feel like that's something she can't run from. And I feel like that's the only thing we're going to see Gina address at some point. I don't feel like it's going to be now, but I definitely feel like at some point that's the only thing that's going to bug her enough to realize she's been fucking up. Let me see. And look, y'all, we only going to be on here for about another 45 minutes because I got to go, okay? I got to go. But we're gonna get through all these questions today. Let me see. My friend, I'm sorry, hold on. My friend Cali Girls in the Building says, hey, all the time, even with her sister, baby, when she got to the point where she was telling us her sister got pretty much a damn drinking problem, I'm like, well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black, child? Because I ain't never seen a motherfucker who drink too much talk about a motherfucker who drink too much. And then have the nerve to shade that man with the small child because she said he drink too much. So I'm like, when did you fucking know? When did you know? I'm like, I don't even understand why you think you're going to come on this camera and say this shit to the audience full of people who watch your ass drink all the time. Child, this is not going to cut it, okay? Let me see. My friend Jasbo says, Blogger Siren has a Santa Claus sack full of receipts being shady to her, cloning and other horrible things. Baby, when I say that lady had almost a 2-hour video of receipts, That's why I said it ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help trying to get on here and act like, you know what I'm saying, you don't have no flaws, or you a picture of perfection, because everything's been on camera. So you cannot go, it's hard to change the narrative and change the storyline when everything's still on camera. So that's why I said it, but she would, kind of do herself a favor. She would get rid of some of that shit. But if you don't get rid of it, it's still there for everybody to collect over time. And child, the further and further she get in the situation with Wizard Kelly asked, do you know what these receipts gonna be like, child? Like, do you know what kind of goddamn receipts these gonna be fucking around with her and Wizard Kelly? They gonna be toe up, child. Toe all the way up. Let me see. My friend Cream794 says, but she doesn't respect herself though. Definitely, you gotta start there. If you don't start there, it's gonna show in every other way, shape, and form possible. Let me see. My friend Sonia C says, might as well not call him Muslim. He should stop too. Look, yeah, at the end of the day, because you're disrespecting these people. You are disrespecting these people's culture, even coming around saying that you Muslim or anywhere near associated with that, okay? At the end of the day, he might as well say his ass was going to the church with that pastor that was in the damn videos over the marathon, child, because that's what it's seeming like. The pastor I said Lily and him was going to. My friend Cream794 said, Gina got the whole SD card out there somewhere. Child, look, a whole SD card, a whole roll full of butt-naked ass booty photos. Tarzan got copies of them photos somewhere too. You're not going to convince me either that, look, it's going to be a whole bunch of shit you're not going to be able to convince me of. You're also not going to be able to convince me that Felipe and them don't have the originals of them photos, and that Tarzan hired Felipe and them, but he don't have some copies of them photos. I know you got some copies, but I know they do too. Ain't no way that man took all them photos and gave developed the photos and gave every single portion of every last copy to those people. And then if he gave them to those people, I'm 100% sure that Tarzan didn't hire those people and then give her every single last copy. Because what do I need to have my milky butt naked ass, white chicken cutlet ass for in this photo with you, but I'm going to give you all the photos. I'm trying to remember this big booty over my shoulder too. This is a keepsake for me. Why would I pay for all this to give them all to you? That's not how that works. So somebody, Felipe and them got them photos, child. Somebody got them photos. Let me see. My friend Style Stages says, she worried about the wrong thing, child. Worried about the wrong thing. Worried about the wrong thing is an understatement, okay? My friend Sonia C says, okay, she done went from coffee in the morning to alcohol all day. Look, child, it's probably alcohol in the damn coffee. If she anything like my auntie, her ass is going to splash some tequila in that coffee and give me some of it too. So, like, look, I done told y'all, when I say level 10 traumatization, this how we be ending up in therapy. Because when I say these people that have been having me drinking since I was damn near 5 years old, ain't no telling. This is probably why the fuck I got a real issue. Because this is why I can't think straight for thinking straight. Because these people done fucked me all up, okay? but I'm not ashamed to tell my truth. I'm not ashamed to come on here and tell y'all these people done gave me a problem before I had a damn problem, okay? But the keys be people acting like they don't got shit going on and coming on these cameras playing pictures of perfection, child. That's it. That's all. We're going to get to question number 4 because, like I said, we got to get out of here, friends. We got to get out of here. Question number 4 is... Okay, question number 4. We tapped on that earlier. I said we had a question about that. Question number 4 is, did Jen overplay her part as a friend, or was she just being a good friend? Are you the type of friend that's going to do all that shit Jen was doing? And do you call that being a good friend, or do you call that overplaying your part? For me, I'm going to be blatantly honest with y'all. I'm not that type of bitch, okay? I am not that type of friend. I'm not going to do all that for you, especially by the time I see you moving and shaking the way you moving and shaking. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to participate in this friendship the way that Jen was participating in this friendship if I'm not seeing no reciprocation. And damn near, I don't even want to be friends with you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, y'all going to be like, D, what is wrong with you? But when I say part of this therapy and reality is about me being a fucked up friend, we're going to get into that during therapy and reality, friend. Because when I say I don't be giving a damn about some shit, child, look, I told you, you're gonna have a hard time getting me to give a damn about some shit. We're gonna be friends, but we're gonna be the type of friends that make some goddamn sense, okay? And if we ain't making sense, we barely gonna be friends, friend. I'm sorry. I am so damn sorry because I don't have time for it. I done told y'all I'm crazy. I done told y'all I'm traumatized. I done told y'all these people that made me crazy my whole damn life. I don't have time for a crazy friend. I'm the crazy friend. I don't have time for that, okay? So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not for any friend overplaying their part, and I'm not gonna overplay mine either. So I definitely feel like the answer for me is A. I feel like she was overplaying her part because I feel like there's been enough time and enough length in this friendship that she should have seen her friend was not reciprocating the energy. there's been enough shade, enough comments, enough eye rolling, and enough commentary about the wig stealing and copycatting and stuff like that, that I feel like you should have known to stop handling her the way you was handling her. That's why I said, that's why I was calling her her side nigga, because I feel like you're being a good friend, but I feel like to an extent, I feel like it becomes like a level of kissing your ass because I want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Jen is a wonderful friend. Don't get me wrong. So I'll say what my friend said last time. I'll say it's A and B. I'll say she overplayed her part because she was a good friend. So if that makes any sense, I'll give A and B on this one. I definitely feel like she was a good friend, but I feel like her being a good friend, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. And I feel like this is the dynamic that Gina feels like they have too, where Gina feels like she is the superior and Jen is kind of the flunky. So I feel like Gina was used to Jen kind of treating her like that. And I feel like Jen was used to kind of being mishandled. And I feel like that's what we're watching with Clemenzante and Lil Child with Ray and Lily. I feel like that's what we're seeing is one person being used to being put on a pedestal and the other person being used to kind of being mishandled. And so that's just what the dynamic of their friendship became. And not that it doesn't make Jen, crazy for not noticing it. But I feel like once you kind of play that good friend role for so long, you don't necessarily see it or feel it until, like I said, until right now when it's on social media and you can't hide from it no more. So I feel like she's played the good girl, the bestie, and not the good girl, but the good friend and the bestie, and kind of doing exactly what I feel like you want me to do for so long. And then it ended up being, aha, now I feel like I see what the people have been saying. You're not a good friend to me. I feel like now it's kind of like she's realizing I did overplay my part and I did do a little bit too much. Because look at how you just did me on camera. Look at how you just did me in front of all these people. So I feel like she's starting to feel like she overplayed her part. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention to her video when she was responding to Gina's marriage, that's exactly kind of how she explained, which is like, I feel like I'm a good friend. I've been extra loyal. I've been all of these things and it's not being reciprocated. So I feel like at some point she started to come to grips with the fact that she's been a good friend, but she might have been an overly good friend. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me see. My friend Sonia C says, "Oh yeah, Tarzan and Felipe them got the look." She said Tarzan and Felipe got them the long way. Definitely, they've been selling them. They've been selling them copies for years, child. My friend said they on the dark web somewhere. Okay, let me see. My friend Style Sage says, "I have an auntie like that too. Brandy and the sweet tea, baby. Brandy and the sweet tea. Brandy and the orange juice. Brandy with the pancakes. It'll be brandy with anything. Brandy with brandy, child. Brandy with ice. Brandy on the rocks. Brandy for free. Brandy for $10. Brandy for $20. Brandy going for 10, 20, 30, 46. Child, look, brandy anywhere, everywhere. Brandy on the freeway, baby. When I say these people have me drinking all type of shit any time of day, first thing in the morning, get up and drink a bit. And then she said, look, this child, look, we on a tangent because here we go, but." She used to tell me, and don't you tell nobody, okay? Don't you tell nobody what we be doing. Don't tell nobody our secret. I'm like, tell nobody our secret, bitch. We finna be walking around. You finna be walking around with a drunk fucking 10-year-old. I'm like, how the fuck are we finna hide this from anybody? I'm over here toe the fuck up at 10, and you talking about some don't tell nobody our secret. You going to jail today. You are going to fucking jail. Are you crazy? I'm like, that's what I'm saying. When I say crazy friend. And then my other auntie used to be like, oh girl, I know your secret. I'm like, cause look, either they done told you or you notice I'm drunk too. Cause at the end of the day, I don't even know why anybody thinks this is a secret. And then lo and behold, I got in trouble from my fucking cousin child, her child. Not even, she the one giving me the alcohol. Her child is the one that came over there tripping on me about the drink. And I'm like, your mama is the one that's giving it to me. Okay, cousin, go check your mother, okay? Because I'm not even an issue. I don't even have no say-so in the situation. I got to drink the alcohol. She want a drinking buddy, and I guess I'm the bitch for it today. So at the end of the day, when I say traumatized, child, therapy and reality, make sure y'all there because we're gonna touch on a lot, friends. We're gonna touch on a lot. When I say a story time will pop up in my head and I will give y'all the spiel on some shit, we will be in there laughing because I always got something. I always got something, friends. So it looks like a lot of my friends are saying definitely overplayed her part. And I have a few friends that also said she was a good friend. So like I said, I definitely will admit that I feel like she did a little bit of both. I think she overplayed her part because she was such a good friend. So let me see. My friend Cream 794 said, ain't nothing wrong with you, D child. It's just 38 years of liquor in my system, child. That's all. The people done tore me down to the ground, child. My friend Aries Saves Live says, it's just who I am. But I also have strong boundaries. Okay, good. Yes. Okay. So being a good friend and knowing your boundaries is the safest place. You have to know your boundaries. Child, look, the last therapy and reality with D, that's how we ended up with the grown man stripping for us when we was teenagers, because we didn't. Well, look, me specifically, I didn't know my boundaries at that point. Okay, talking about boundaries, friend. This is how I ended up being stripped in front of by a grown damn man with a friend that was my size. Okay, so at the end of the day, boundaries is the most important thing. And sometimes you don't learn your boundaries. Look, I done told y'all, I just realized my friend had me fucked up 2 weeks ago because she didn't have me not liking half the goddamn America because of her ass. And I just had to realize, you know what? I need to have some boundaries with you. And I need to stop letting you convince me that it's okay for me to stop fucking with people just because you saying everybody got a goddamn problem, when I know you the one with the problem. Okay, me and you got a problem. I'm like, both of us got a problem. And I'm sitting over here, look, the blind leading the blind. Bitch, are you crazy? I am crazy, but damn. I'm like, I'm not noticing who the hell is leading me this whole time into the goddamn darkness. Your ass is convincing me that something is wrong with people, yet for 30 years, I've been knowing you crazy. I'm crazy too, clearly. I got to be crazy. If I'm not going to just come to grips with the fact that my friend is the problem child, I got to be, it's the 38 years of liquor. I told you them people fucked me up, okay? Let me see. My friend Cream 794 says, I'll take a bullet for my bestie. I ain't romancing her though. She said, I ain't messing with her, but I'll definitely take a bullet for her. And I feel like those types of friendships are beautiful to see. And it's always, like I said, it's always interesting to see when a man or a woman comes into play and the friendship isn't the same. These friendships go from so solid to now I'm forming a relationship with this person, and you know, they're super duper solid. You know, now all of a sudden, me and this person are so solid that me and my bestie are on the outskirts. And you know, my bestie is just not part of this situation anymore. But look, child, talking about a relationship and a bestie, I told y'all I'll go off on a tangent, but I got to get the fuck up off here. So a lot of this stuff is going to have to go on therapy and reality with D. Because when I say a friend and a husband, child, what? When I say my friend, look, child, we're going to get into all that, okay? Because when I say crazy, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And why are you doing this shit to me? Okay, stop playing with me and stop bothering me. Okay, this is what I'm saying. When I say I be having so many story times, I be having to have therapy and reality with D, because I be needing to express some of this to somebody. I can't sit on a lot of this shit. I can't just sit on some of this shit. I have to say it. So make sure you're there, friends. Bring your, like I said, bring your wine, bring your weed, bring your friend, bring whoever you want to bring to therapy and reality, because we finna let all this shit up off our chest. And if you got some shit to let up off your chest too, make sure you in the comments, child, because it's a free for all. You can let it off your chest, and we gonna talk about it, okay? But like I said, if you in here today, this kind of interactive A/B kind of question and stuff like that, this is kind of how it'll be over in therapy and reality too, where I'm gonna ask you guys questions. You guys will do the A/B answers, and then you guys will chime in the chat. You guys will kind of, and a lot of the questions are some questions, friends. A lot of the questions are pretty damn interesting. So make sure you're there. Let me see, my friend. Sonia C says, yeah, I see Jen as a flunky too. And like I said, I don't feel like they position themselves this way on camera on purpose. I feel like this is just the dynamic they've had for so long that's how it kind of happens. And if you pay attention to Lily and Tay, Lily talks a good game. When Lily is by herself and she's talking about how she feels about certain things or certain people, she talk it up. You know what I'm saying? She'll talk big shit. And then when she's with Tay and Tay is speaking to her in a certain way, she pipes down. She does not respond in the way that you're used to seeing Lily respond. When Lily is talking about B, when Lily is talking about the stalker, when Lily is talking about her assistant, when Lily is talking about whoever the hell she be talking about, and she's upset, she get real feisty. Y'all seen how she was talking about Tootie? Okay, well, bitch, let me know about the receipts and whatever you got. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So when she's talking to certain people, she gets really feisty, but she plays the very docile friend when it comes to Tay. She lets Tay do a lot of barking, and she just kind of plays the I'm going to let you talk to me like that kind of role. And I'm not sure why. But then, like I said, I feel like when Tay and her are alone in their own setting, Tay doesn't treat her like that, and Lily doesn't clamor in that way either. I feel like when she's not around other people, look, y'all, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. When they're not around other people, I feel like Lily is more open to talking to Tay in more of a equal manner. But I feel like when they're with other people, Tay becomes, the hierarchy, and Lily kind of falls back. And so she treats her different, and Tay treats Lily different. And I feel like Lily responds to Tay different when they're in front of people. So like I said, it doesn't have to be done on purpose. I just feel like when you're so used to those dynamics, that's what happens. And I feel like, some of you guys probably understand what I'm saying, because you might be the friend that does it, or you might be the friend that clamors, where we have a really, really good friendship here, but when we go in front of other people, she like to show out, so I got to kind of fall back because she'll embarrass me too. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, your friend that's okay kind of bossing up on you when they get in front of other people is kind of what we're seeing when it comes to Tay and Lily, and then we're seeing Lily kind of just take it because she wants to be friends. And she probably doesn't want to fuck the friendship up again, where they have this whole, year of not being friends or whatever. So she just kind of goes through the motions because she doesn't want to have that rift in their friendship again. That's just my opinion. Let me see. My friend is simply, he says, Jen is a good friend. She's like that with all her friends and family. I think she genuinely thought she meant more to Gina. And now that you put it like that, like the words meant more to Gina is even more severe. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling like I meant more to you is definitely going to make me feel some type of way. If I'm your friend and I feel like I meant more to you than this, and I feel like you were supposed to kind of protect me from the audience in that way, because we've seen also throughout the marathon, Gina's the one that jumped on Jen's camera cussing the audience out for Jen. So in that moment, she felt like she needed to cuss out Jen's audience to protect Jen from the audience. So you want to protect her in these ways from the audience. You want to, look, child, I'm going to put the whole shit together. She cussed out the audience for Jen. So you want to protect Jen from her audience saying crazy things to her, right? But then you also said you would not help Jen in a fight, a physical fight. And then we also seen that you just didn't give a damn about considering Jen's feelings when it came to this. So it seems like we don't really have a fine line of when we're looking out for Jen or when we're not looking out for Jen. Like, her cussing out the audience was like for show at that moment to kind of toughen up on people because she was irritated. But I don't feel like that was really about protecting Jen. I feel like that was more about her showing out, because how are you going to protect her from the audience and cuss out the audience for whatever they said to her about the Beyonce concert, but then also not protect her when you shading her about the wigs, when you're not inviting her to these things, and when all these other things are going on. So I definitely feel like there's an interesting dynamic of when Gina decides she wants to protect Jen and when she just kind of doesn't really give a damn about how Jen feels. Okay, let me see. My friend Cream 794 says that's no friendship in my opinion. My friend Sonia C says, and that's what Tay be doing. Oh, I'm sorry. And that what Tay be doing is not like a Libra. Right. And I feel like her and Lily are very different in that way. That's why I said I don't know very much about a Libra sign, but I feel like as far as what I'm seeing, as far as Lily's characteristics, I don't feel like I see a lot of that in Tay, but I will say, I'm not even going to say that. I'll say I see a lot of that in Tay, but she masks it very well. I feel like Tay is very bothered about a lot of things as well that people say. I feel like she gets upset about things, just like Lily. I feel like she's very sensitive, but because she barks so much, it's easy for her to mask it. If that makes any sense. I feel like because she can, put the clothes on and go out and do all these things, I feel like it's easier for her to not show what she's going through. So it seems like one person is experiencing their Libra energy a lot different than the other, but I feel like we're just seeing them handle it differently. I feel like they're experiencing things the same. I feel like Tay is very sensitive as well. And like I said, I feel like that had a portion to do with why she got off of YouTube. I know the yellow marks and stuff like that, but I feel like a portion of it was, if I go over here to this other platform, only people that are willing to, only people that are going to say nice things are going to be willing to pay me to watch my content. I feel like in her mind, she's like, nobody's going to come over there and watch and pay to watch my content just to say bad stuff or say negative things. So I feel like that was, yes, it could have been about the yellow marks too, but I feel like some of it was a form of protecting herself from the free audience of YouTube saying whatever they wanted to say in them comment sections, child. Okay. Because as you've seen, if it wasn't about that, I would say it wasn't about that. Besides, if it wasn't for the fact that previous to moving over to Patreon, all those comments were shut off. So if the comment section wasn't shut off previous to moving to Patreon, then I would say maybe the move to Patreon didn't have anything to do with the audience's opinion about the BBL. But because the comments were shut off for 3 vlogs before moving to Patreon, I feel like it might have been the yellow marks, but a lot of it was sensitivity about the audience's opinion about the BBL. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about that as well. So yeah, I definitely feel like they're giving the same. I feel like they're giving the same sensitive energy, but I feel like Tay is just more of a she has more of an aggressive energy in the way that she's not going to allow people to see how she feels. I feel like she's experienced that on social media before, where she was vulnerable and, you know, went through whatever she was going through. Maybe, you know, I feel like she spoke on depression and stuff a few times. So I feel like she's done that on social media before, and it might not have been a comfortable space for her. So she protects herself with this shield of toughness so that she can't be put in a situation where she's having to dig through her feelings like that, if that makes any sense. Let me see. My friend Free J Maria's in the building with the purple hearts. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you for being here. My friend Aries Saves Lies says, my cousin had a friend like that, like to show out in front of people, but she knows she can't beat her up, so she let it slide because she's really weak. So yeah, and a lot of times it'll be, you know, and a lot of times it'll get to the point where you don't want to say anything in that moment because you don't know how far this person gonna go either. You don't know how far they're willing to go to embarrass you in front of people. So you might want to be like, okay, friend, you know, not too much on me. Where she'll be like, bitch, not too much on you. It's all about you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, you don't want to. Sometimes I feel like they get to the point where they're so used to playing the backseat role that they kind of get intimidated to speak up in those settings. So they'll kind of let it happen in those settings, and then, you know, maybe on the back end say something about it. But you know, there's also them friends who might try a little 1-2 in front of people, and their friend give them a look like, girl, I don't even know why you playing with me like that in front of these people. So people understand the dynamics of their friendship and try to test the waters. And that's what I was saying. Testing the waters, you twerking on your friend's girlfriend at this party in front of all these cameras, knowing that this is already a situationship with them, number one. Number two, this lady already has allegations of cheating on her. Number three, prior to this vlog, Lily had already said, I feel like somebody's friend is sleeping with their man. So all these things were not a good lineup to you twerking on her girlfriend. So I feel like that's not a good friend. We're seeing people just do shit. And I feel like whether we're cool and we have a good time or not, if we're just now getting friends, there's certain ways that we got to get back knowing each other. There's certain boundaries that we have to kind of figure out if they're okay or not. So like I said, I feel like, you know, just not speaking up in moments. And I feel like people said they touched on that topic, you know, afterwards, but you're always going to come back and try to mask your feelings because you don't want the audience to know they were correct. But discomfort is discomfort, and we see Lily be uncomfortable about a whole lot of shit. So I don't see her being uncomfortable about everything under the sun besides her friend twerking on her girlfriend. That's just me, child. That's just me. Let me see. I'm going to speed through these comments because we got to get through these slides because I got to get the hell up out of here. Okay, friends? I got to go. But let me see. My friend Aries Saves Lies says, plus leavers love money. I mean, nice things. So that probably plays a part too. A lot, like I said, the money and the attention will definitely have them making all kinds of choices that just don't seem conducive to growth as a grown-up child. Let me see. My friend Miss Tips in the bill said, look, my friend Miss Tips said, make sure y'all like the live. Make sure if you're in here and you're having a good time, make sure you hit the like button, because we done collected all the receipts, friends. So nobody's running and nobody's hiding after this, okay? After we finish this up, we're going to watch the rest of these ladies' blogs and we're going to collect more receipts. We're going to come up with more videos and we're going to see what shit's new, child. What's new, okay? We're going to see what's new under the sun, okay? Let me see. So thank you to my friend, Miss Tip, for telling everybody to like the live. Please, if you're in here and you're having a good time today, make sure you hit the like button, friend. My friend, Cream794, says that's called babysitting grown folks. I'll be damned. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not about to sit here and babysit. I'm not about to sit here and coddle no feelings. I'm not doing any of that. We talked about that the other day, coddling feelings. I had to leave my friend in the middle of the road because I'm not going to coddle your feelings, child. Absolutely not. I'm not coddling your feelings. We too old for that, and you knew what you was walking your ass into. You should have never walked your ass into a situation where you knew you were going to be uncomfortable and then expect me to treat you like a baby. I'm not your fucking mother, friend. I'm sorry. I'm not. That's what I said. Y'all want to know about a fucked up friend? Y'all finna hear all about me on Therapy and Reality with D, because I haven't done shit. I responded to shit. So when I'm responding to shit, I think people think I'm fucked up, but I just be having fucked up responses. That's all. I'm like, I don't be starting all fucked up. I'm just responding fucked up, but I'm trying, and I know me, and I know what my problem is. So I be knowing when I got to get it together. I'm like, honey, look, you kicking these people up out your house. You're probably not supposed to do that. But in the middle of me saying you probably not supposed to do that, I'm also literally out my mouth saying, get your shit. Make sure you pick your shit up while you get the fuck up out of here, because ain't none of y'all coming back. So at the end of the day, I'm damn near schizophrenic myself, okay, friends? So that's what I'm saying. I will be telling myself something in the middle of saying some other shit. I'm going through the right thing in my head, but the wrong shit is coming out my mouth. I'm gonna promise you that. So I didn't have to apologize to some of my friends. I didn't have to double back and apologize to some of my friends. I didn't have to tell somebody I was wrong. I probably shouldn't have said that, or I probably shouldn't have did that. But we're gonna touch on that another time. We're gonna touch on that another time, friends. Okay. Let me see. So yes, so the next slide, I think this might be the last slide. Let me see. I think this might be the last slide. I'll check really quickly. But the next slide is a number match game. So you're going to match the numbers with the name. So everything is in order. On the left side, we have the names. We have Gina number 1. We have Lily number 2. We have Jen number 3. We have Tay number 4. And we have Porchia as number 5. And then on the opposite side, on the right side, everything is numbered in the opposite order. So it's coming down from 5 to 1. So on the right side, we have Genuine as number 5. We have number 4 as a good friend. We have number 3, fraud. We have number 2, honest. And we have number 1, asshole. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the right side and you're going to take whatever name you're using or whatever one you're responding to, and you're going to match it up with the number on, the name's on the left side, and you're going to match it up with the number that fits it on the right side. So if I was saying number 1, Gina, I think Gina would be number 3 on the right side. So I would put 1 and 3 because I would say Gina is the fraud out of the group. Okay. If I was to say number 2, Lily, I'm going to say number 2, Lily, I would say Lily would be number 2 on the other side as well, which will be honest. So you're going to match the name to what number you feel like their character fits on the opposite end. If that makes any sense. If that don't make no sense, y'all let me know because y'all probably like, D, we don't know what kind of game you're trying to get us to play, child. This shit don't make no sense, okay? So if it makes sense, child, do it and make it make sense, okay? So number 1 for me, I'm going to go through them and then y'all let me know in the chat. I'm going to wait a second. We barely even start playing the game. My friend Cream794 said number 1 and number 1. Number 1 is Gina and number 1 on the other side is assholes. So she said Gina is an asshole friend, and that's hilarious. We ain't even got through the full sentence, and I seen 1 and 1, and that cracked me up. My friend Cream794 is a key for that. She said, okay, so she says 5 and 2. So she says Porchia is honest. I definitely will give Porchia honest as well. Porchia been the most honest throughout the whole thing. When I say Porchia, that's why Porchia receipt at the beginning said what it said. And before we wrap this up, we're going to go back to that so we can make sure the receipts are accurate. But Porchia has definitely been honest the whole damn time. For me, I would say Gina, child, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to say Gina is 1 and 3. I'm going to have to say Gina is the fraud. So far as what we've been seeing, I love her to pieces. I think she's a nice and a sweet lady. And I definitely do like her content, but I definitely feel like we've been seeing her pull some fraud ass shit on over the marathon, friends, over the past 6 days. Like I said, if you haven't been in the marathon, start from part 1 all the way to part 6, and then, catch up on the party because we having a good time. And then meet us over there at Therapy and Reality. Number 2, I'm gonna say for number 2, Lily, I'm gonna say 2 and 2. I'm gonna say Lily is honest. For number 3, Jen, I'm gonna say Jen. I'm gonna say 3 and 4 for Jen. So I'm gonna say Jen has been a good friend. I will say Jen has been a good friend. We said she overplayed her part, but she's definitely been a good friend. For number 4, Tay, child, look, I'm gonna have to give Tay number 1 because I'm gonna have to give Tay the asshole because Gina's been a bad friend, but Tay has been an asshole to her friend. I feel like all that kiki and laughing and poking and talking to people crazy is asshole behavior, friends. My friend said Gina is the asshole, but I'm like, look, 2 of them, both of them, okay? Gina and Tay, okay? Because at the end of the day, Tay be talking to her friends crazy. I love her to pieces. Content is fire. I think she's a beautiful girl. I think, she lives a beautiful life. But when I say that girl don't know how to talk to her friends, she got to fix that. She got to fix that because that's terrible. And then number 5, I'm gonna say Porchia 5 and 5. I'm gonna say Porchia has been genuine. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say Porchia actually, I'm gonna give Lily 5. So I'm gonna give 2 and 5. So I'm gonna say Lily has been genuine because Lily has given us her true, authentic self throughout her YouTube channel without too much sugarcoating. She'll lie here and there about fucking around with grams or whatever the situation is with a relationship, but she's authentic and she's gonna give us every bit of the roller coaster that she's on every time she's on it. Okay, child. So I'm gonna give Lily genuine, and then I'm gonna give Porchia honest because we've seen Porchia ain't let nobody get away with a damn thing. Okay, Porchia ain't let these ladies get away with nothing the entire time they've been doing this shit. Okay, so at the end of the day, Gina, I'm gonna repeat mine, and then I'm gonna read y'all's in the chat. I'm gonna say Gina has been the fraud, Lily has been genuine, Jen has been a good friend, Tay has been the asshole, and I'm gonna say Porchia has been honest. So I'm gonna read y'all's in the chat. My friend Cream 794 also says Porchia has been honest. For sure, Porchia has been honest. My friend Sonia C says Glamazon Tay has been, look, my friend Sonia C said Glamazon Tay has been an asshole. Okay, child, look, we all know Ray been a little bit of an asshole lately, okay? And we ain't even gonna front. Just because we like these people don't mean we don't see what be happening, okay? My friend Cream 794 says Jen has been, hold on, my friend Cream 794 says Jen has been a good friend, okay? And she also, and my friend Sparkle also says Jen has been a good friend. My friend Cream 794 says Tay has been a fraud. Child, look, and that's what I said the other day in part of the marathon. We're watching you go from book to book instead of page to page. We're watching you dip off on friends, talk to friends crazy, and do all these things because you want to be in these rooms with these celebrities and with these, big names so bad that you kind of frauding off on your real friends. You kind of being weird with six of them because you want to get in these, get in the good graces with these, with the good girls, with the big girls, with the big fish, child. Okay, with Clayton and them, with Clayton and them over there in the big house. Okay, hold on, y'all. So yeah, so I definitely feel like we could give child. Look, we could give Ray a good 3 and a 1, child. A little bit of fraud, a little bit of asshole, and a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? She's a nice young lady, but we definitely gonna give a little bit of 3 and 1. We definitely gonna give a little bit of fraud and a little bit of asshole when it comes to our friend Ray. Okay, let me see. My friend Cream 794 also says Lily has been genuine. I definitely, like I said, whether we like Lily's experience on YouTube or not, she's honest and she's been going through what she's going through without trying to play the picture of perfection. She comes on and she tells us when she's not happy, when she's happy, when she's constipated, when she's hungry. She tells us every damn thing. When a breakup, when a situationship, she done told us and she told us she was selling coochie. Child, over the marathon, we done found out a whole lot of people. We done found out about a whole lot about these people. Okay, so we done caught up on every receipt that we possibly could. We done caught up on receipts that we forgot about. So Lily gonna tell us about everything. She told us she was a gangbanger. She told us she beat up a pregnant girl. She told us she sold coochie. She told us she broke up with Grams and then Grams snuck back over to the house. She done told us her and be in a situationship. She done told us every damn thing. So at the end of the day, she definitely takes the cake for the most genuine. Okay, like I said, whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you are impressed or not, baby girl has been the most genuine of everybody. Okay, let me see. My friend, hold on, which one did I just read? My friend Cream 794 also says, oh, I'm sorry, I already read that one. 2 and 5 was Lily and genuine. Okay, and then my friend Sonia C says 5 and, so she says, Porchia has been honest. Absolutely. Porchia haven't given a damn about nobody's feelings the whole time. And like I said, I feel like that's a safe place to be because these people been finagling people's feelings the whole damn time and being frauds with their friendship the whole damn time. If Porchia was open and receptive to all that stuff like everybody else has, then she would have got her feelings hurt or she would be feeling some type of way. But I honestly don't think Porchia gives a damn about not finding out about Gina's marriage until they were married because she don't give a damn. I feel like she really wasn't affected by it because she really don't give a damn. And I'm not saying she don't give a damn about her friend, but I really think she don't give a fuck about what them people are doing. She like, they cool. And I have fun with them when I have fun with them, but these bitches are not going to hurt my feelings with their little secrets, child. That's their business. So I feel like Porchia realizes they're kind of YouTube co-workers and they have a good time and they kiki when they kiki, but we ain't friends like that. I feel like she definitely has that understanding while other ladies are kind of figuring that out right now. But child, Porchia been new. Porchia ain't been fooled by these people, okay? Let me see. My friend, I just read that one. I'm sorry. My friend Star Stage says, come on. My friend said, come on, Tyrese, LOL, sweet lady. No, child. That's hilarious. My friend Cream 794 says, Lily needs to get in on therapy. Look, get in on the therapy lives. Look, child, I suggest everybody come over to the therapy because like I said, we're breaking down a lot of, in therapy, we're breaking down a lot of, things that have really happened to us. This is not like therapy. Therapy in reality is not like me just coming up with scenarios because I want to talk about things. This is shit that actually happened to me, okay? And then I ask questions to y'all about, has this happened to you? Did you, how did you respond to it? Because I'll tell you if I responded fucked up, if I didn't know what to say at the time, why I ended up in the situation because I didn't speak up for myself or, this is why we have therapy because we're finding the flaws in ourselves too. But we laugh about it because everybody got something to learn. So we figure out, the stuff that we have happening and we find out ways to move forward from them in a positive way, in a progressive way, while also laughing and kikiing about it, because why not? I mean, I'm not going to be miserable about my bullshit, okay? You are not. I'm not going to be walking around here miserable about some shit that happened to me. This shit happened to me. How the fuck? Y'all are not going to make me crazy for doing shit to me. I'm going to shake this shit off, and I'm going to grow up, and I'm going to learn that y'all not going to turn me into no fucked up person because of my experiences. So I'm going to laugh at my experiences. I'm going to invite my friends over to help me laugh at my experiences, and we all going to laugh together, and then we learn and we get up out of here with some sense. So I definitely agree that some of these ladies definitely should come over here, because we get down to the bottom line, child. We get down to the bottom line. And if you are scared of your bottom line, this might not be the place you want to be. Okay. So like I said, I don't ask y'all to come in here and overly share your, your business. But if you're open book and I'm telling a story time and I'm asking questions and you're open to answering the questions, or like I said, the last therapy in reality was about me not speaking up for myself and how I ended up over there with that grown ass stripper because I didn't speak up for myself. So that part of therapy was about me having to learn when to speak up, when to say I'm uncomfortable, when to tell a bitch no. You know what I'm saying? When to say, get that big ass dick out of here. Okay. So this is me using my damn trauma to help everybody and laugh at their trauma so that they can learn and grow a little bit. So I suggest those ladies come. I suggest y'all come. I suggest everybody come, because if you got a little bit of stuff if you have a little bit of stuff going on, or you've realized you're afraid to face yourself in certain ways, this is exactly what we're doing this for. Because we're coming to face ourselves while laughing at ourselves and then growing up out of that. You know what I'm saying? Getting right up out of that. So that the next time you run into that situation, you're going to be like, I remember that bullshit was in there saying with D. I'm going to speak up for myself. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Just so that we can kind of line our shit up and make sure we're leaving this bitch as better women. That's it, okay? So I definitely suggest they come, you come, we all come, friends, okay? Everybody is a little bit crazy. Let me see. My friend C. Lopez done came in here and said, you should have put a number 6 for weird. Child, look weird. Everybody would have fell up under that guideline, okay? Because everybody been a little fucking weird the whole time, except for Porchia, okay? Everybody has been a little bit weird, so fuck it. Honorary number 6 is weird, okay, child? Number 6, weird, and everybody 1 through 5 on the left side of the screen fall up under them guidelines except for Porchia, okay? Let me see. My friend, and look, and my friend S. Boy said, and also ridiculous, okay? She said, need more options on the left, child, especially. She said, add ridiculous. So we got weird and ridiculous. They all would have fell up under them damn guidelines as well. Porchia probably not weird and ridiculous, but definitely everybody else would have fell up under weird and ridiculous for goddamn sure, okay? My friend Star Stage says, can we call in on therapy and reality? Yes, friend. Absolutely. That makes it even better, because I've been saying that for the longest, that I wanted people to join in on the live streams. But, I don't want to force anybody, and I don't want to keep saying it. And y'all be like, bitch, you said it 1,000 times and we ain't called you yet. I'll be like, okay, I said it and ain't nobody calling me. So at the end of the day, I don't know if I should keep inviting people to get on here and talk, because it seems like my friends ain't with it. Okay. But absolutely, that'll make it even more fun. If you comfortable coming in and, chiming in, or, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'll do story times. I'll ask questions. If I ask questions and you want to get on here and actually call in and answer the question talking, please do, because that's going to make it even more fun. Chiming into the chat is always fun, because, we shoot the shit in the chat. But definitely, if you want to come and call in and on therapy and you want to join the conversation that way, absolutely. I'm gonna try to finagle it and do it in a way where I'll give everybody, whoever wants to call in, I'll try to give each person like 5 minutes. So 5 minutes to come on and, answer a question that I ask. Maybe if you want to ask me a question, if you want to talk about something ridiculous or something that falls under the guidelines of what we're talking about, or if you just want to shoot the shit and we laugh while we're on here for the 5 minutes that you have, honey, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And look, down stages, don't be afraid, friend, because when when therapy starts, I'm gonna need my line to ring. I'm gonna need my phone to ring, because child, I'm gonna answer. Okay, anybody who's afraid, anybody who's willing to call in, please don't be afraid, because we are gonna have a good time. And the more, like I said, the more y'all talk, the more fun it's gonna be for sure. My friend Cream 794 says word 100%. So anybody that's planning on, so yes, this was the last slide for today anyway, because I got to wrap it up and I got to get out of here. So anybody that is looking to come to therapy and reality, like I said, make sure that you're looking for this thumbnail, because this will be the thumbnail that you're looking for. It might have, depending on exactly what, because I got a story time I want to tell y'all. So depending on exactly what story time I'm going to give y'all, that might be incorporated into the thumbnail, like the Jay-Z one was. So just make sure you're looking for therapy and reality. I'm sorry, make sure you're looking for the therapy and reality thumbnail. And then if you want to go back on my live streams and find the last therapy and reality, just so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, so that you're not lost. Because like I said, this therapy and reality logo will be on there, but on the last one, freaky ass Jay-Z was on the side too. So, you'll have to kind of put two and two together, but you'll always see my real tea with the purple logo on there. So when you see this on Friday, make sure you click it. Make sure you hit your notification make sure you hit your notification bell so that you're not late, and so that you come on in time, because I got some questions for y'all. I got some funny shit for y'all. I got a story time for y'all. And you already know, by the time I get to talking too much, I'll fuck around and stumble upon a story time, child. And then some of my friends said they want to call in, so we're going to have some fun call-ins. It's going to be a time, friends. So have your wine bottle, have your glass of liquor, have your cookies, your edibles, your weed, or whatever you like to do. Come sober-minded if you really need therapy, child. Look, if you really need some damn help, come on none of that shit, because that ain't going to help you, okay? But look, I'm going to be in here having a good time. So y'all come prepared to have a good time too. Let me see. I'm going to make a post about it so that you guys have an idea of, the time frame and when it's going to start and stuff like that. But please, please, please make sure you're looking for this therapy and reality thumbnail so that you're not confused about when the live stream is, because some people might be looking for the original Real Tea with D logos. The original logos or thumbnails about the ladies, but it's not going to look like that. It's going to be that thumbnail. So I'm going to go back. So again, here's everybody's invitation. This is what we're going to be doing. Gathering around the TV, laughing, talking, having a good time. Like I said, feel free to call in if you have something fun, funny to say. If you want to share something, if you want to answer some of the questions live, then make sure that you're calling in. If you want to call in, let me know in the chat. And then also you can send me an email or a DM so that when I'm setting up the live stream, I can kind of have it prepared for you guys to do that. And if you want to show yourself, you can show yourself. If you don't want to show yourself, you don't have to turn your camera on. But y'all don't hop on here with no titties showing or no dicks out or nothing like that, okay, friends? Because then they just gonna shut us down and we gotta get out of here. So, like I said, make sure you come prepared to have fun, because we're gonna have a good time. This is everybody's invitation. All of our ladies sitting around with their glasses, talking, laughing. This is what we're gonna do. So it should be a good time. Hopefully everybody, like I said, is open to the conversation. If you want to go back and tap in on the first therapy and reality with D, so you can kind of get an idea of how it's gonna go ahead and do that. And then, like I said, child, that was pretty much the key for the marathon wrap-up party. We done caught everybody's mess, and nobody's running and hiding. So moving forward, nobody can act like we just be saying stuff. And then, like I said, I'm also gonna have y'all hear this damn man over here barking, and then the other man finna walk in the door in a second. So I'm finna wrap it up. But so after the therapy and reality, I will be starting another video. I will be editing a new video, and that will start the new marathon. So that'll be my regular videos, not a live stream. That'll be the regular clip for clip videos that we've been watching over the marathon. So a new video will be starting to be prepared, not this week, but next week. So you won't be out next week. It should be out the following week. So give me about 2 weeks for a new video. And then therapy and reality should be on Friday. Let me see. Look, my friend Style Stage said therapy and reality in 2027, because she's like, D, I doubt we're going to see you again anytime soon. I promise, friend, I'm going to get my slides. I started my slides already, but I just kind of erased the stuff that I had on there from the last time. So I'm starting to revamp my slides. So I got 2 days, tomorrow and Thursday, to get these damn slides together for Friday for y'all. Okay, so I'm going to get through them tomorrow and Thursday, friends. I'm going to get through them tomorrow and Thursday. And like I said, I'll make a post so that you guys know when and where, and you guys can hit the notification bell on the post so that when it's on, you guys already know. So yeah, that's everybody's invitation. So don't say I didn't invite you, friends. Do not say I didn't call you and let you know the party was starting on Friday, okay? Let me see. So going back over the receipts before we wrap it up for today. So look, it looks like our receipts have been accurate. It don't look like we've been pulling no shit out of thin air, child. It looks like everything we've been saying is accurate. It looks like Gina has been a terrible friend and a professional oversharer. It's looking like Lily don't give a damn, and she's still trying to give a damn every day, friends. It looked like Lamazante is fucked up, and she don't really give a damn about nobody. And it looked like Corine been a good friend, but she overplayed her part and has been treated like a damn side piece, child. And it looks like Porchia never gave a fuck about nothing and still don't give a fuck about nothing. So it looks like everybody has been put where they belong, and we're going to move on with these videos. Like we understand who we watching, and we're not gonna let these people keep on trying to pull the wool over our eyes, okay? I just seen this man pull up, so I'm gonna get the fuck I'm gonna get the fuck up off of here, okay, friends? Because y'all already know I be done jumped in the closet, threw y'all in the closet, ran, screamed, hid, and all type of shit, okay? So wrapping it up, and I hope I see all my friends at Therapy and Reality on Friday. Like I said, hit the notification bell, friends, because you do not want to miss the fun. Trust me, you don't want to miss the fun. Let me see. My friend, South Stages says, no pressure, just joking. We appreciate all you do. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of y'all. I truly do. Because I know it's been a long 7 days, okay? A long 7 days and a lot of talking and a lot of listening. So I truly appreciate every single one of y'all that have come in here, laughed with me, who've gone through the marathon, who chimed in the chat. Y'all have been a time. I really appreciate y'all. And like I said yesterday, it's been a blast getting to know y'all even more, because I chime in the chat, and I chime in the comment section, and I respond to the comments under the videos and stuff. But over the past 7 days, really talking to y'all and really kikiing with y'all every day has been a time. And I truly, truly have been enjoying it. So everybody truly understand from the bottom of my heart, y'all. Look, I'm not like Gina and them. I really mean what I'm saying. I really mean what I'm saying, friends, okay? I really, really appreciate y'all. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of the Tuesday. Is it Tuesday, child? Look, I don't know what damn day it is. I've been talking so damn much. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see all of y'all in Therapy and Reality, okay? My friend Cream794 says, thank you, D. I appreciate you. And thank you, my friend Sonya, for the thumbs up. If you've been enjoying yourself today, child, he's going to walk through the door. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the like button. And like I said, hit the notification bell. And I will talk to y'all at Therapy, child. I'll see all my friends in Therapy, child. And like I said, if you want to call in, send me a DM, send me an email, or the day of Therapy and Reality, just, chime in the chat and say, hey, D, I want to call in. Now, if it's somebody that I haven't been communicating with a lot over the past 7 days, I'm going to tell you the truth. I might not trust to bring you on stage as far as letting you actually speak in a live stream, only because I don't know, how people are going to play. I don't know if people are going to come in here and show things they're not supposed to show on their camera, which can get the live stream shut down or, get the channel demonetized and stuff like that. So I'm only going to allow people that I've really been communicating with, because I'm familiar enough with you guys that I trust your process. I trust that you guys, really rock with me, and you guys aren't going to, mess around like that. So all of my friends that have been in here, who have been talking, if you want to come in here, even if you've been only talking a little bit, if I've said your name and your name should be familiar enough with me that I should, kind of know who you are, then don't be afraid to chime in and say, hey, I want to join. Because, hey, everybody's able to talk in therapy, okay? We all need therapy, so I'm going to open my doors for everybody. My friend Jazz Bo says, thank you, D, and everyone, and have a good night. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful look. Child, I done said this 4 damn times. I hope y'all have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll catch all of y'all later on. Bye, friends.